twice in the beginning,
it.
and then he said it once, and I said it twice.
I
So
never
there's
said
5
it.
times.
Let's be real. I never said it once.
So you said 3 times.
It's 5 times it was said.
Oh my
How
God,
about
that was
9?
so funny.
You guys are all. We're streaming. Anybody else want to say anything derogatory or racist?
Dude, it was literally
Before I had
you
to
and
restart
Jared.
and do this.
I
It was
never
you,
said
Stu.
anything.
Look, I have proof, video, and I will show the world if you don't
Oh
just
my
pipe
God.
up.
That's
This
so funny.
guy, you know what?
What?
Nope, never mind. I'll just let it go.
Is he going to feed in? Proof, video, and I will show the world if you don't
Oh
just
my
pipe
God.
up. See? So,
Whew.
I feel like kids are getting murdered in the background.
Okay, now make sure our elements are going to show up because
Oh, I know.
it's going to be extremely important this time around.
Elements? What do you mean by it? Like the video?
This stuff we are.
Wow, my
Audio.
Only
chicken's cold.
Only shut up. You are worse than my wife sometimes.
Yep,
And she's not that bad.
like every time.
My chicken's
you mean like
warm.
the live? What are you talking about?
When we hit the button and it plays in our headphones,
Okay.
make sure it goes out over
Oh,
live.
I see.
My
what you're saying.
chicken's
Okay.
hot.
You know,
Okay.
sometimes it doesn't go out
Okay,
live.
so just to make you feel better,
My chicken's
do it.
boiling.
Yeah, let's test it.
We'll do it here live on stream so people can hear.
My
SE
chicken's on the
show.
sun.
Because we got a lot of heavy duty crap
What are
to
you
talk about.
Talking about it's just personal opinions, and if people get deep,
It
they
ain't
get deep.
personal opinion, man. I might have to get a
A
lawyer.
lot
of heavy duty crap
What are
to
you
talk about.
Talking
said
about
duty.
it's just personal opinions, and if people get deep,
It
they
ain't
get deep.
personal opinion, man. I might have to get a
A
lawyer.
lot
of heavy duty
I don't
crap
know. What
to
are you
talk about.
He
Talking
said
about
duty.
it's just
You're
personal opinions, and if people get deep,
It
they
ain't
get deep.
personal opinion, man.
I didn't even hear that.
Hey, personal
See,
opinion,
good
man.
thing, huh?
Well, I just. Well, hold on. There must be something here.
Click.
It's just personal opinion.
The headphones activated.
Yes.
Click one of our commercials. Uh-oh.
Huh.
That ain't good. Technical difficulties, folks. Please stand by.
Let's see now.
We might as well just restart again.
No, we didn't even record anything.
No.
Microphone check 1, 2, 3. Let me
Test, 1, 2.
All right, let's pull up our YouTube.
Yeah, let's make sure it works. It works.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah, let's make sure it works.
Dude, farts will always be funny. I don't care who you are.
They're always funny.
Farts are always going to be the best.
Except in the game room.
No, well, not real ones. That's what you got to say.
I'm
Not
gonna
real
let
ones.
one rip in this room right now.
You're
Oh,
about
do
to
we?
vape in this room right now?
So I'm gonna let one rip. What are you talking
I'm about to let one vape in this room right now.
Yep, that's what I said.
Do we
for
want to
sure.
record retro real quick before we go live?
Yeah, let me get everything. We're already. Oh, you mean on the podcast?
Yeah, before we start the podcast.
All right, let me get this posted, and then yeah, we can give these guys who are watching on a YouTube stream a treat.
Right, we're on
iHeartRadio?
VLR number 73, correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
And then we're at 43 for the retro.
I think so. You better look that
Yeah,
up.
I already double checked.
All right, I'm gonna share this on mine. Let's share. I gotta share a few things.
Yeah, share away, brother.
All right, that one's there. I gotta do
I'm
our.
gonna tell Soggy Bread Boy to join in.
Who's? Oh, okay.
You know, Caden.
Yeah. I love that picture of Mama right there.
Looks like Jabba the Hutt. And that's who you look like.
By the way, there's that bicep pic you were looking for. Oh, check it out,
Oh,
folks.
dude.
Oh, man.
Ew.
Too bad
That
no
is
one can
sexy.
check it out.
That is sexy.
Right? Nobody wants to.
Unless they're on our Discord, which you can join.
Oh yeah. Hey, you hit
Why,
it.
how come?
What's up?
why
It's in
don't-
every one of our links. Any one of our posts, it's usually there. So I don't
How
know.
about in the YouTube video itself, in the description, we put a link?
I usually put what I want to start happening is what I post in our host chat on Discord. You know, that long string of shit possibly gets posted onto the YouTube, followed by our Facebook post, which is right here.
Well,
Alright.
that'd be great, but I noticed
I'll
you
conjourn.
haven't
I'll
kept
conjourn
the
it.
format.
Well, I'll conjourn it all for you. I was just gonna say I'll get it all together. I'll send it to you, and you just post it. Cool. At the end of the night, I'll just make sure that's one thing I send you in a digital format, so you can get it on your computer because you're a millennial.
Right, millennial.
It's all right. I'll make it
Yep.
happen. It's just, Stu, don't shut down.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
man.
He
Come
just
on.
said, "Yup."
Come on.
All I said was yep.
This is the last time you're getting stoned before a podcast. You're
Yeah,
useless.
dude. Come on, leave the opioids at home.
I still don't know what you guys are talking about. There's
Yeah,
nothing
the,
wrong
the
with
one
me
thing
right
that's
now.
killing millions and thousands of Americans.
Millions and thousands. I
millions
love
and
how you go
thousands
from
of your brain
millions to
cells.
thousands.
Yeah, Stu, go do some more opioids.
Yeah.
Can't wait. I'm gonna go home right now and take all the opioids.
It's set to private. That's why. Stoops. Nobody can see it.
Good. Now let's restart because we're the bad.
That sucks.
Oh, man, that's good.
I'm the bad guy. Right? It's the same link though, probably, right?
Assuming you didn't have to stop it and restart it, I imagine. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Yeah. That's it.
Hi,
Stu.
Stu. Here's a chat for you. What's wrong, Stu? Don't be. Look at
You
him.
all right, man? Look at that mopey guy.
Don't
Don't mope, man.
Don't. Don't.
Oh.
Don't. Yeah, same link. We're good.
Yep,
We're
same
good.
link.
Hey, don't. All right, guys. Let's get this retro going. I gotta
All
get
right.
a drink of this beer.
Burr.
All right, Stu, you ready?
Yep.
I gotta pull up some articles too. Okay, all right. So let me turn this fan down a little
All
bit.
right, we got to turn down the fan a little bit because we are hitting our levels. Zach's under the desk once again,
I can't tell if that was real or not.
doing what keeps Papa J happy. Yeah.
Hey, you're letting all the air out of here, man. All the nice, cool air.
It's about to get hot in here, boys.
Yeah, I know.
It's about to get hot in here. All right, ready?
Ready when you are, bro.
Here we go.
Welcome to Big Lip Retro, episode 43. The Big Lip Radio Historic Society has deemed it necessary to re-release the 116th original Big Lip Radio episode. This
Wow.
one- right. This one was recorded on May 12th, 2012. The host was myself, Eric, and Dan the Kleenex
Not
Man.
even me.
Zach, you were busy at the movies watching Avengers for the 4th time, and apparently that was more important than the podcast. We did a fast food segment. I found a breakup CD in my wife's car, and John Travolta is gay, and that's just in the first 20 minutes. So sit back, relax, and remember what life was like on May 12th, 2012.
Good.
How do you like that? Wow. Probably didn't see that one coming, huh?
Right.
You were like, yeah.
You just like out of nowhere. It's like, hey, I want to be part of this finally. Hey, I'm here.
Pay attention
my
to
opioids
me.
wore off. I'm good to go.
My God. This guy, I'm going to kill both of you, man.
Jesus.
Well, not until you
I'm going to put some laxatives in your guys' Snickers drinks right here.
You know, in an opioid
Oops.
haze, you may end up killing us. That's why we're worried about you, man.
Bath salt. Yep, that's me. I'm about to take some bath salts. Kill everybody. Why are you, what am I, a cat? What are you doing? God, it smells like chemicals. Actually, let me get some of that then.
All right, because I know what you're into.
Yeah.
Getting it hard.
Oh, look. Gaydon Smith said hi.
Yay.
Hi there, Gaydon. How are you doing,
All right,
Gaydon?
let me get a couple more things pulled up, and then we'll start this show. Cool. The movie, by the way,
Knowing.
Knowing. We'll get into it.
Right.
Knowing movie. I'm pulling up the articles right now, so you guys.
What do you
don't
guys
have
hate it or
to-
something?
No.
You guys hate Nicholas Cruz?
Knowing.
Nicholas Cruz.
What
Or
other?
Nikolai
What else?
Cage,
Oh,
whatever.
hot topic. Just in case.
Hot topic.
All right, you guys ready? I'm excited.
Nostalgia.
I'm excited.
I'm gonna say it in our nostalgia
Don't be
intro.
don't
I'm
be
gonna say
stupid.
nostalgia.
Don't be stupid.
Yeah. Quit stepping on the elements.
All right, ready?
Elements.
We're gonna start the show. Cool.
Yeah.
Here's the new Big Lip Radio from iHeartRadio.
Oh baby. Oh, baby.
Am I the only one that's in a Christmas mood?
No, I'm in the Christmas. I was into it before Halloween. I tried to like act like I was into Halloween and I brought up some of these old Christmas stories and things like that. But I was waiting for Christmas. I'm waiting for that one person just to go all out and make a Christmas store all year round, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
No,
I already opened presents.
it's been here and I'm not as excited as I thought I was going to be.
I saw the Denny's Christmas commercial with their pancakes and hot chocolate and stuff.
Ooh. Pancakes
Get
and hot
the
chocolate.
party started.
Oh, dude, this kilt lifter is getting me right. This is the second one.
Man, that's like a 55-gallon
just hit
drum of kilt lifter.
Dude, it's remember the barrels of Monster we used to get? Remember those?
Right.
It'd be like a
Right.
like a kegerator of Monster. It's nuts.
I remember those.
Back when we thought we were cool.
Oh,
Stu,
man,
you almost
right.
had a heart attack on Rockstar. Remember that?
Yeah.
You were how old? 13, and I let you have a Rockstar.
Yeah, dude, I was about to have
Great
a stroke,
parenting.
man.
Great parenting.
gonna
I was
have
like,
a
hey,
stroke.
Stu, and you're like, dude, I can't feel my chest. I'm like, all right, just take another drink, you'll be fine. Take another sip, you'll be
'Cause
all
I
right.
was dehydrated. I couldn't feel anything, and I was like chugging water. I'm like, oh, maybe this will dilute it, and it worked. But I was about to have a stroke, man.
Another sip will level you out, man. You got to maintain. You
Yeah.
know, if you're going to be a big-time drug abuser, you got to learn how to maintain.
Is this the show of me being a drug abuser? That's
did-
all I've
you
been
did a
hearing.
lot of opioids.
That's all I've been hearing.
What I
all
want to
day.
hear about is
I
lip
love it.
service, Papa J. Tell us what that is.
Oh, man. Lip service is our paid service. We got exclusive content just for you from videos. From videos to podcasts to sweepstakes, everything that none of the normal people get, only the big lippers. Now, we know times are tight, so we got 3 levels of lip service, one to best fit your chosen lifestyle.
Yes, biglipradio.com/lip service. You can get yours there.
Oh, yeah.
Right, and I'm all jacked up in a holiday mood, so what I did is I took a
was-
Thanksgiving special.
You should have communicated that with me. I could have made this even more holiday-ish. You know how I am.
Right.
Protection is my thing.
Right, well,
Protection.
this is
Protection is not my thing.
this
I
is-
had like 10 kids. dude.
protection.
I'm
No.
paying child support for like 10 of them, and I get to see 2. Figure that math out. Figure that math out.
Rest in
Zach
peace.
is a bad daddy.
Yeah, whatever. Bad dad. Instead of bad Santa, it's bad
It's
dad.
bad dad.
Bad grandpa.
Jeez. Take that for your cheerful mood.
All right.
Oh.
Now, tell me, what Thanksgiving special this quote came from?
Oh, Thanksgiving, eh?
Well, if it's that important, a person should never turn down a great honor. Maybe I should do
Charlie Brown's pumpkin
it.
thing.
Besides, she wouldn't try to trick me on a traditional holiday. This time, I'm going to kick that lip service clear to the moon.
I told you it's
and
Charlie
you were right,
Brown.
but why do you insist on stepping on everybody's stuff?
Hey, he's on the spectrum. He's
Oh,
even
that's
said
true.
it himself.
Jesus
He
Christ.
said it.
That's
He's
true, he is.
opioidic spectrum kid.
Yeah,
what do you
that's
expect?
But I was right, so
Let's
You were
listen. Let's
100%
listen. Let's
right.
listen. Let's listen. I
Well,
love
if
this.
it's that important, a person should never turn down a big honor.
it's Charlie Brown.
Maybe I should do it.
Is this Charlie Brown?
Such an
Besides,
asshole.
she wouldn't try to trick me on a traditional holiday. This time I'm gonna kick that
play a girl
football
real
clear
well.
to the moon.
No, it's Charlie Brown is the dude.
Stop
That
being
was
a chick.
really loud.
You're a girl.
I haven't turned it down.
Isn't it peculiar, Charlie Brown, how some traditions just slowly fade away?
I love you 3,000.
Yeah.
It was so bad, it's a show, man.
Actually, we're really good. We vibe very well. Sorry.
Right. Right, I'm gonna chew your ass.
You
Just don't take it
sorry.
to heart.
All right, I'm gonna raise it and lower it, raise it and lower it. Introduce the show name. title.
You're listening to
I'm
Big
unmuted.
Lip Radio. Here are your hosts, Papa J, Z Money, and Stu.
Welcome to Big Lip Radio, the new Big Lip Radio, episode 73. It is November 5th, Tuesday, 2019. I am your host, Big Papa J, along with your co-host, Zach.
Oh yeah. That's not Zach. I'm Zach, ladies and gentlemen.
And then Stu, who just can't wait to step on everybody's lines.
Oh, yeah, this is Stu. Big schlong, ching chong.
What the?
Bing bong.
What the hell?
You better go lay down, dude. You sound like you need a nap. You sound like you're gassy and you need a nap.
What
Go
are you
lay down.
talking about?
You're stepping on everything. The show didn't even start. And you're like, hey, I'm Stu, everybody. Look at me. Show me attention.
Yeah.
Attention to me.
I'm attention whore,
But that's
man.
why we love you. That's why you're here, part of Big Lip Radio, episode 73, November 5th, 2019, as Papa J may or may
Right,
not have
I
mentioned.
did.
But I like to
All
remind everybody and let everybody know I'm as intelligent as he thinks he is. I'm just really at that point, and Stu's not too far behind. So he's our protege. He's gonna. Hey, eventually I'm gonna be taking your place, and then he's gonna be taking mine,
Right.
and then his little brother's gonna be taking his. Dude, it's
How
a lot
long
of
do you
he,
think
mine,
the
his.
show is gonna go?
For another 2 years before that happens.
Forever.
Dude,
But where am I
Papa,
gonna be?
You're dead.
Oh,
Look at the
okay.
size. You're growing in mass inside every day, dude. I don't know. What do you want me to say?
Not
Look
that
at
kind of mass.
double bicep.
We're
man.
talking about the
Oh.
other
The
kind
only
of
reason why
mass.
that's double is because it's fat on top of fat.
You-
You've seen a double hamburger, right?
You-
It's just the same thing stacked. That's all
You
it
think
means.
that's cancerous growth, but no, that's a bicep, man.
Yeah, hey, Kate and I
bicep
were
right
talking
there.
about you the other day.
Oh,
and
no.
we
Oh,
saw a picture on Facebook. And,
Do I want to hear about this? I'm
yeah.
nervous.
at Big
I
Lip
do.
Radio on all our social media. Or, I don't know if you want to get your personal social media. That's up for you. But you can usually catch us anywhere. I
Right.
saw a picture of Papa J online, and he looks so swollen. Now,
Old.
no. There's a difference between swolled and swollen. You look like when you sprain your ankle and you look down and it's kind of swollen, you can't see any details anymore.
Right,
You're just
right,
kind of
right,
pussy and big.
right.
That's kind of how you look. There's no details. You're just
What?
swollen.
What?
Swollen. Do you agree, Stu, or nah?
I don't remember him.
Look, as an athlete,
No, it was just yesterday. I saw it on Facebook of a picture like a week ago.
Yeah, that's Facebook. Who do you think I am?
That's
I don't
right.
use Facebook.
I forgot.
As
Why
an
are you on this
athlete-
show again?
as an athlete,
Because
as
you
I,
invited me.
as I age, I intentionally increase my body
As an
fat
athlete.
amount
Oh
to
my
help protect
gosh.
my
Hey,
joints.
As if people even
Are you
cared.
a bear?
What they do care about is what we're talking about on today's show, Papa J. Tell them. Give them a rundown real quick.
It's a busy show. Zach had a crazy weekend. We're gonna hear about that.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, installment number 2 of the comic book reach around. I can't wait to do that.
Oh,
Got nostalgia with an IZW interview brought to you by Jared. We're going to be talking about Overwatch 2, some speculation and some news. We're going to maybe do a Josh update and then talk about this week's movie
Minute
by
review.
Nicolas Cage.
You know what I'm gonna do? I gotta start a Twitter.
What's that?
I'm gonna call it Stu's side chick. I'm gonna start a Twitter.
Why would you do that?
Dude, you didn't know how many, and whoever follows the Twitter is the side chick, or
Right.
whoever thinks or wants to be the side chick.
I will be the side
I
chick.
need everybody to follow at Stu's side chick.
right now or eventually.
Well, when they hear this, it'll already be up. I'm gonna make it as soon as I get home.
Oh my, you are?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay,
make.
all right. Hey,
At Stu's
I
side
feel
chick.
I'm
like
taking
you have
you
some
down on this-
animosity towards me.
Okay, I'm cool with that. Are you cool with that? We're all cool with that.
Yeah.
We
We're
all
all cool
heard it
with
here. Or hey, who is that? What'd you say, Stu? Oh, you're cool with it? All right, awesome.
Yep.
Thank you. Thanks.
But
Thank
first,
you.
we're gonna start everything out, man.
Oh, what?
Snack time.
Oh, it's a special snack time, Z Money. I got the hottest commodity going on the 5th of November, 2019.
Dude, people have been murdered over this.
Right? People have sold one of these $4 items for $780 online.
What?
On eBay.
Where did you see that this morning?
That was the first time they ran out.
Are you kidding me, dude? They sold one of these sandwiches for $845.
$780.
$780.
Right.
Dude, no
According to the
joke.
story I heard.
There's another story going around. I heard it from Stu, and then I heard it from you, Papa
Right,
J,
right, yeah.
10 minutes ago, that somebody got stabbed yesterday, the 4th, waiting in line for one of these sandwiches. What happened? Do you guys know the details?
Oh, let's hear the details.
Oh, we got details?
yes, we do.
Oh, that's right. I like doing, audio.
Nice production.
You do a lot of audio.
It's at the top. There you go.
So tonight at 7 o'clock, we got a call for a stabbing.
Oh, my
There
gosh.
was a argument that began inside the restaurant behind me.
It's my
between
sandwich.
two adult
no,
males.
it's my sandwich.
That argument spilled out into the street.
This is the chief of police in, what was it, Maryland?
And
Yeah, I think so.
one male
Wyoming.
stabbed the other. The
No, if it was
victim,
Wyoming,
a
it would've been
28-year-old
guns.
man from our area, was
These pussies
rushed
are using
to a local
knives.
hospital. Our police officers arrived
Definitely
on scene.
Maryland.
They pulled out their medical trauma kits, and they began to apply life-saving measures on him here at the scene,
Measures?
and
Yes.
then he was transported to the
Measures.
hospital. About 51
Don't
minutes
you know?
after the initial incident, we believe, is when he was pronounced dead at the hospital. But
right.
we have since been able to determine through our
So,
investigation.
what I
our
have
homicide
done-
detectives are hard at
What
work
I
on
have
this.
done is risked my life. I went to Popeyes,
That
and I got this chicken sandwich that everybody in the world wants a piece of. We got it right here. My mouth is watering. I'm really excited. This is the chicken sandwich to end all chicken sandwiches, and we're going to put that to the test right here on Big Lip Radio.
I'd like to mention how cold these sandwiches are now.
Stu, that's see, I'm telling you, why do you focus on the negative? The fact is, we have a
What?
chicken sandwich and we didn't fucking die. You should be like, hey, we're still alive. We're eating these cold ass chicken sandwiches. I don't think they're cold. I think you just got a bite of the pickle, which is supposed to be cold.
Right.
One of my pet peeves is when they give me a burger from anywhere and it has a warm pickle on it. How
This
disgusting!
is fake and gay.
Is
This
it
is not
warm,
even
right?
that good.
Oh, man.
Okay, to be fair, give a time frame, Papa J's, just to settle Stu down of when you picked up the sorry mouthful, of when you picked up the sandwich.
It is currently 7:22. I picked up this sandwich at roughly 5:15.
5:15. So
That's
only,
a long time for sitting out. That's 2 hours.
only a couple hours, dude. But here's the thing: when you take opioids, you probably get cotton mouth. I'm just imagining it's just like THC and weed back in
Right.
the day.
Right.
And yeah, cotton mouth, so you had to take a drink of something.
Have you know I have no medical conditions to get opioids?
I'm not saying you don't. We're saying opioids. You're the one that's bringing up the legalization,
Are you saying you-
legality.
You are doing opioids?
No.
Are you just agreeing to that?
Wow.
Did we hear that? Hey,
Nothing I
Stu,
said
Stu,
said
what'd
I
you
agree
say?
to that.
Oh, you do? You take opioids? Oh, okay.
What are you talking about, you old man? I don't take opioids. Okay, boomer.
I get
Oh,
boomer.
damn, man. God, opioids, man.
No, I
what he
meant
said.
boomer. Like baby
Boomhauer.
Oh,
boomer.
I think meant Boomhauer from King of the Hill.
Yeah,
My
both
bad.
of you guys are boomers. You don't understand.
I'm not a baby boomer. I'm
Me.
a millennial for sure.
Right, I'm Gen Xer.
Okay, boomer.
Whoa. Whoa. You be careful how you throw that word around. It might offend a couple
Oh
people.
my goodness.
All right, so
Oh.
we've all taken a couple bites and just been schmoozing on it because
Uh-huh.
we need to enjoy this. There's been such hype around this. Now, we're taking longer than normal to even give a review, and I think, look at Stu. He's staring daggers in my face right now. He's, he gave me the stick. He's looking at
trying
Poppy.
to be
Look
hard.
at my face. He's like,
That's because I'm Popeye. I just ate Popeyes.
he no joke was poking it. His eyeball was like 3 feet from his socket. Look at that. What is this? Stu, come on.
Come on, man.
I'm just.
You all right?
I'm
Here.
rage, man.
Fine. You give your review. What do you think?
Okay, my review. I'll tell you what. This hype.
You can hear it. We're all like,
This hype was not created by the people. This was created by Popeyes for their garbage chicken sandwich that's nothing different than just a regular old chicken sandwich. I bet I could go to Walmart and get the great value chicken sandwiches in the freezer aisle, put these in the microwave for 20 minutes, and they'd be better than this.
Are you high? I guess
Opioids.
so.
Opioids, dude.
I guess
Dude,
so.
dude, apparently
this
it gives him
sandwich
gas,
is not
too.
that good.
why is he farting all the time?
This chicken sandwich. Now you got to take into account that, granted, it's not fresh from the fryer.
You're
Right?
telling me,
You take
shoot.
that into account.
But here's the thing.
It wasn't fresh from the fryer even when it arrived at the store. It's probably been sitting in a freezer somewhere for like a
No,
year.
no. You don't understand. This sandwich is even better than Chick-fil-A. Look, I'm a right-wing Christian conservative.
Oh my gosh.
Here we go.
Hey, look at.
And I was
I just
look,
lost the
nobody
last
gives a
2
damn.
viewers that were watching.
I was trying to like Chick-fil-A over this because I was thinking,
Yeah.
well, people are saying this is better than Chick-fil-A just because they don't like Chick-fil-A's politics. Well, I'm here telling you that ain't so. I love Chick-fil-A's politics.
Yeah.
This sandwich shits all over theirs. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Did you give a score, Stu?
I'll give it like a 2, honestly. It's
A
not that
2?
good. It's
Two.
alright.
You're crazy.
After hearing
No,
what Papa J just
you're
said,
just insane.
go ahead, Papa J. What's
a
your score?
5.
Oh, 5?
It's a 5. It's hitting
He's
the
just
red
following
limiter.
So
the
you
bandwagon right here, bandwagon boy.
You guys are
It's-
Get outta
nuts.
here.
So I'm gonna take a stance on this one. Now,
All right.
it was 2 hours. It was 7.
Take that into account.
We take that into account.
Okay, 3,
But I'm
3.
still gonna give it negative 0.5. It doesn't matter because I've had other cold sandwiches in the fridge from straight out of the fridge that were not that dry before.
You're
Plenty of
insane.
time.
It was
Plenty of
juicy as hell.
Thank you, my good man.
Well, maybe
We'll
it was
shake
just a
on that.
piece. Hey, wait, did you? Hold on.
Hold on.
What are you doing? You better sit down, old
He's
man. You
about
can't
to
even
go.
get out the door. You can't even figure out how to open. You can't even open the door.
The door's locked.
Caitlin!
The door's locked. You
Anyways,
boomer.
I don't know if I'm going to think it's the best. The score that I have to give it is a 3 right now. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5.
I
now
texted you, Kate.
we the doors.
I
We
can't hear you
Nobody
knock.
heard a knock. Here, close it and lock it. Here, actually, come put the headset on and just talk in the microphone. I'll take care of that.
Yeah, these guys are retarded.
Okay.
This is the delicate flower for those of you who listen to Big Lip Retro. This is Caitlin. She's here to give her opinion.
Her thought on the sandwich.
My thought on the sandwich. It was delicious.
Delicious.
How delicious, though.
It was like melt in your mouth oily,
Thank
but not too
Melt
oily.
in your mouth.
And I don't like Popeyes because I think that Popeyes is a little too spicy for
Get
me.
out.
I know. I don't normally like it. And I don't normally like fried chicken. Just saying.
What?
I know. I'm a freak.
I don't
Freak,
know,
a
man.
freak.
The sandwich is just pretty bland.
I would have liked pickles and mayo.
It was on there, though.
There's pickles.
I didn't have pickles and mayo on my portion.
Why
of
didn't
it.
you get pickles and mayo?
Well,
on
now
yours?
keep in mind we had one sandwich I cut into 4s.
I know.
Okay.
So they decided to take pickles off my section.
Now understand. Also,
That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure he gave me a section and probably
I made
possibly
sure
stew that didn't have
I
any mayo.
had like 2 pickles and mayo.
I didn't care about Stu because I knew he was loaded on opiates. But
There you
Zach,
go.
I made sure you had a pickle.
I got a pickle, a tomato, and no mayo.
Ew, I don't like
a
tomato.
tomato?
There's no
How did
tomato
you
on
get a
there, you
tomato?
liar.
There is no
Sorry,
tomato.
it's just one pickle, one soggy ass bun, and a weird slice of chicken.
Well, I mean, it's
My
been sitting
bun
around for
wasn't
2
soggy.
hours,
Mine
by the
was
way.
good.
But
I thought
yeah,
it was good. I just could have used pickle and mayo. That's
these
all.
guys are just upset because I love it.
You
No,
know
it's
how
good.
bleached that chicken is? It's like whiter than snow. That
so
is some
I told
processed
you,
food.
I told
Fresh.
you guys I gave it a 3 out of
Fresh.
5. Jared, you gave it a 5 out of
5
5.
out of 5.
Stu, you gave it a 2 out of 5. Don't fart in the microphone. You got to put your face on that now, you dirty boy. You dirty boy.
Ew.
Kaylin, what's your score?
I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
3.5.
What? You want a 4, Jared?
What are you propositioning my wife for? You fingering her right now in the air? Put those fingers away.
That's too many.
Wait, what?
That's a lot of fingers.
I meant too many. I didn't want to give it a 4. That's what I meant.
Oh, whoa.
Hey, can you take off your ring? It's scratching me. Ring. Hell,
Oh
that's
my
watch.
gosh. Give me
No,
these
listen.
headphones back. Get out. Hey, I love you, honey.
Here, love you back.
Jared, stop hitting on my wife.
Ugh.
Save us all the trouble.
Oh
Stop.
my god.
So-
Old men, I swear.
That's not a bad. But I got something that we can wash it down with. I
I
picked
can't
up
wait to
from
get home.
Circle K, brand new to us and Big Lip Radio, Twix chocolate low-fat milk. It's Twix flavored milk, my friend.
I'm kind of excited.
Oh, it's so cool. I'm gonna shake it up now. It says shake well. Like when you look at the bottle.
Oh, Zach, you
What?
bonehead. This is broken.
That's
You
fine.
almost tricked me.
Well, we can have.
I'll take the
we
broken
can
one, I
have
don't
2
care.
cups in one bottle. Whatever.
No, I'm
Wha-
saying like down the
That's
side,
fine.
the entire
Somebody will
cup
pour.
is...
Somebody will pour. Hey, listen. Hey, Spectrum.
Right.
We can go ahead and pour the bottle, and the last person can get what's left in
Oh,
the
yeah,
bottle.
we can do that.
And I'll do that. So here we go. Stu, we're trying the Twix chocolate flavored milk. It's low fat. It's got 14 grams of protein. Calories is 70 grams per bottle.
Wow, 270 bottom.
Look how thick
Okay,
that looks.
Spectrum.
All right. Yeah, is that good?
That's enough. That's enough.
Pouring it right now. All right.
Oh,
so
okay.
we all got a third. I feel it. We're pretty good.
It
What's
smells
smell?
like Twix.
It smells like a Twix.
How can I smell a cookie in chocolate milk, but I can smell the cookie of Twix?
Well, I just get a thick. It's almost like a harvest caramel. If I could put a name
Right.
on it, it's like a Thanksgiving caramel that I smell. Oh, there's a couple other spices. I get a pumpkin spice smell.
Wrong. This is not good. This is too coffee-ish.
Exactly.
Ooh.
If you were to give it to me and
Ooh.
not tell me what it was, the smell is Twix.
But you'd say coffee.
But if you were to give it to me and tell me and not tell me what it is, I'd be like, oh, this is a mocha frap.
Hey, make sure you guys drink it all because I only gave you guys 1 cup and we have another one to try. Surprise, surprise! We got another one to try. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
didn't even give the rating. Can you
No,
do
I'm
that
not doing
first?
it yet, but I'm just telling you, save your cups, so don't ruin it.
Right.
Drink it all out of there because you're gonna mix the flavors and try to get as much as you can. But the Twix, I like the Twix. Now, I don't know what to compare it to yet. We're about to have a Snickers flavor version of this chocolate milk.
Right.
So supposedly they're supposed to taste like the candy bars. The wrapping on the bottle like looks like a Twix. It's a Twix, right?
Right.
So
right,
we're not
right.
just
Twix.
like crazy or anything. Not some coffee knockoff or nothing. It's supposed to taste like a Twix, and unfortunately, this does not. But does that mean it's bad, or it just doesn't taste like it's what it's advertising?
Both.
It's bad.
It's not really delicious.
Okay.
It's not as sweet as I would like it to be.
Put it aside
'Cause
of
it is
what
coffee.
it's saying.
It's got a
supposed
bitter
to, okay.
undertone.
Tastes like cocoa.
You
not
guys don't like
chocolate.
coffee drinks or anything like that?
No.
Like, okay.
I do, but I would take chocolate milk over a coffee drink.
Gotcha. So what did your score, Stu?
I'll give it a 3.
3?
3. Yeah, that's
You
solid.
give it a 3?
There's nothing unpleasant about it.
For whatever
it's just
reason,
not a Twix.
I love chocolate milk. I enjoy
me
it.
too.
I'll go to the store and buy just individual bottles of chocolate milk and just down the glass bottle. It's so good. And I just put this in that category. I don't think of it as like a Twix. Now, if I were trying to grade it based off what it's trying to tell you it tastes like, nah, it's not close. I agree with you guys. It tastes like a coffee drink, and I enjoy those. All the different flavors. So for that, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. That's kind of, a top of the scale compared to what you guys gave it. But hopefully we can get redemption with this Snickers one.
Right.
We have a Snickers chocolate low-fat milk again, 14 grams of protein, 270 calories per bottle. You can split it up.
Maybe this will be our salvation.
Hopefully, it's
Our
chocolate milk, guys.
salvation.
It's chocolate milk. What do you? I mean, it's gonna taste like chocolate.
Well, there's no way I'm not gonna not like it. You know what I'm saying?
Much better.
Okay, so remember,
Far
this
better.
one is supposed to taste like Snickers. I don't know if it will. I just tasted mine, so I can tell you if it will. I'll go first, guys. I took this already into consideration. And I like it. I think this is better than the Twix one. It's more true to the flavor. It's chocolate milk. It's got a thicker, richer taste than the Twix does. The Twix was like a light chocolate. This feels like almost like a dark, but I don't like dark chocolate. So I like this, though.
I would say this is more chocolatey than the other one.
Yes, but
Not
where's
so
the
much
peanut flavor?
cocoa
Where's the
like.
peanut? It should have like a
who
peanut butter
cares? It's
flavor.
good.
I could taste the nougat.
I can't taste the peanuts.
I can taste the nougat.
Yeah, but that's a chocolate
It's
nougat.
peanut
That's
free.
That's
Have you ever heard of a peanut
2/3 of a
allergy?
Snickers.
This is closer to Snickers than the other one
You're
was to
right,
Twix.
and that's exactly what I agree on. I said that earlier. I agree with that fact, and for that reason, I give it a 4 again out of 5.
4.
Yeah, this one's better. 4 out of 5.
No, okay, so I lied. I give it a 4.5 out of 5.
Oh, look at it. You
he
know
just
what?
tried to
I lied.
one-up
I give
us.
it a 5 out of 5.
No.
So
6 out of 5.
here's-
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
7
you guys,
out of 5?
you guys
I'm going 8.
clown on me, you turds.
I'll take it for 9.
Listen to
9 out of
this.
5.
I was like, wait a minute. What did I give my last one? I thought I gave my last one a 3.5, but I gave it a 4, remember? And I said I like this one better than the last one. So it only made sense for me to give it a 4.5. So I made a goof and originally and said 4, but what I meant was a 4.5. Not because you
Going
guys,
for 11 once. Going twice.
You shut the
Sold.
Go back on the spectrum. Preferably the lower end of it.
See, that's the only comeback he's got.
So much
Hey, that's
fun.
all I need, my friend. That's all I need. We got one last thing to try. Holy crap, we got snack time forever for you guys.
Yes.
Dude, we've been doing this for like 20 minutes. Right?
I know.
Dude, we're going to get fat.
All right,
we're gonna,
let's
hey,
do this
we're gonna look
quick.
like Papa J eventually. For those of you who are
Right.
tuning into our youtube.com/Big Up Radio live stream, you can see how Chunk Monkster Papa J is getting
All right,
from
we'll,
doing all these
we'll
snacks.
do this quick
Doing all
fire.
these.
So
Take
these
chip.
are
Oh, no.
the Taco Bell mild. Now we
Take
had
chip.
the top of the chart, which was like the habanero one, and now we're having, I think the second to the top, which is the
mild.
No, the third to the top, which is mild. There's a fiery one that we have that we're not trying, so we're skipping one step
right.
below it. And Papa
this
J,
is,
you couldn't even do the last one.
I think this is 4 because you have the black one, which is Diablo,
Oh yeah,
and then it goes down to fire, then
Yep.
hot, then mild.
Okay, you're right. You're right. So this is 4 down. Hey, that's what we need Spectrum Kids for.
It is a thinner, less crispy version of a Dorito.
Yeah, it tastes like a Taco Bell, like a not a Dorito, like a
So they wanted to do their own thing.
like a corn tortilla instead
Right.
of a something else tortilla.
Right. They
A
wanted
flour
to do their
tortilla.
own thing. They weren't trying to copy Doritos. Even though they are square baked fried tortillas. Still triangles.
I don't like any of the. Now, call me whatever you want. I don't like the spices of the Mexican culture, if you will. I can't. Whenever I try them,
Racist.
I can
Racist.
taste the difference. I don't know what it is. Everybody can say Taco Bell is probably the most Mexican I'll get and enjoy. Filiberto's maybe on occasions.
Right.
I don't know. I can't do the spices. I break out too easy in sweats. And I can take a lot of hot wings and hot sauces, but
Right.
whatever the spices that comes on Taco Bell or Mexican food, I can't really deal with.
You know what I'll
at
tell
all.
you this tastes like? You ever go grocery shopping and you're like, oh, I'll get this taco seasoning packet.
Yeah.
And then you open it.
Carne
it
asada is
tastes
good too.
just like that. Tastes
My
like
God, you're
a
right.
taco seasoning packet
Oh,
from Walmart.
dude, you did nail it. I know what those taste like.
Yeah.
You did, but in a crunchy form instead of a liquid form. Oh my gosh. What do you think, Stu?
Right.
3.
3?
These
We've
snacks are
tried a
pretty
lot
okay.
of chips. I
Yeah.
mean, you can see it on our snack wall of fame over here.
Right,
We got 'em
right,
all.
right.
I still got plenty of bags to put up still.
Chip connoisseurs. 3 is good. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just I'd rather have a Dorito.
I agree. 3. It's
Right.
not bad, but I would definitely take a Dorito. Any of the flavors of Doritos over this one to be not specific. So I guess, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said,
Yeah, snack time.
that will conclude snack time. But what it won't conclude is a few things that went on this weekend.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
What, Papa J, what are you excited for? You
I was
seem
saying
pretty
comic
pumped up.
book reach around, but I forgot we got to hear about your weekend. I got to hear this.
I got to at least tell one thing. I'll skip
I want
over
to hear
story.
the
Nah.
story.
I'll
Peace
skip
story.
over a few
Time.
things. I'll skip over a few things. So
Take your time.
this weekend was jam packed. I went to see Dane Cook. I had a Halloween party.
How was that, by the way?
We had so much going on. Now, what would you say, Stu?
I said, how was it, by the way, the Dane Cook?
Oh,
I'm assuming it was stand-up, right?
gosh. Yeah, it was stand-up. He had Duke
Figured.
meetings before him. Now, let me tell you something. Ever since Dave Chappelle came out with his Netflix tour and he
Right.
inspired all these other comedians to come back out of the closet and be okay and raunchy with their comedy
Right.
instead of censored,
Don't worry about offending the
I enjoy
snowflakes.
that. But I hate how it had to be somebody to stand up and do that. I wish they were all just continuing because they were doing it anyway. They just
Right.
stopped because they were afraid. And
Right.
then it took one courageous man to do what he did to make all these other people come out.
Dave
Dan-
Chappelle's cool.
Dan Cook is
Yeah,
one of those
you don't
people
give
that
an F.
came out. And fortunately for us, it was a great show. Same raunchy Dane with new shtick, new humor, new that pertained and related more towards us and not his type of generation, which
All
was
right.
great. And there was a lot of different people there. When we went to the venue, it was a Comerica Theater in Arizona. It was pretty jam-packed. Now, the traffic wasn't bad. Arizona figured out their street structures. But
Right.
the event itself was jam-packed. There was people standing up in the backs. We were fortunate enough to get close enough to actually see where his old pockmarks were.
Right.
Now, he's got Botox and everything else that blows out his face. So if
Right.
you remember Good Luck Chuck and all of his old stand-up he used to do back in like the 2000s era, you could see he used to have pockmarks. But now, I mean, they make fun of him because I guess at one point he might have been fat. I saw articles online, but then they show him now, and even now when I saw him live on stage, he was like buff. And
Right,
it wasn't
right.
like the same rancid Dane Cook. He was too pretty. It looked like he had a lot of money, which is fine that he has. He worked hard for it. I mean, I've been
Right.
listening to him for years do his act, but it just wasn't the same looking Dane, and I couldn't get over that. And my wife, Kate, said the same thing as well. She's like, I just can't get over that. It's not the same looking Dane. I talked to guys at work about it today.
Right.
They were all agreeing. They're like, whoa, that's Dane? So Dane Cook, he was funny. It was a 10 out of 10 stand-up.
Awesome.
I applaud the guy for coming out.
Did he make fun of anybody?
Yep, he specifically no a generation, I would say. He
Oh.
said he came out and specifically.
Ooh, how
there-
courageous.
Yeah, I know. a
Shut
generation.
up.
He's like, hey, listen, if you guys get offended by any of the rancid S I like to say around here, get out because I don't care anymore.
Nobody's offended by rancid
I-
ass. What
Did
they're
he say
offended by.
that? Did he
Yeah.
really say that? He could have left that
It was.
out. And it would've been
I'm
funnier.
paraphrasing, but a lot of the comedians there were appreciative of the fact that there weren't people that were boo or or
Did he
making all
make
the
fun of groups of people?
yes,
What groups?
the millennials.
No, stop.
What are you talking
No,
about?
that doesn't count.
What?
Did he? Millennials. That's
He talked about all of us. Each of these comedians had a porn, at least a 2-minute porn stint in it.
who cares about
What-
that?
what
Did
are
he-
you
did
trying
he-
to get at?
Did he make fun of black people, brown people, gay people? Did he do the risky, brave stuff, or just make fun of an entire generation, which is all inclusive?
Well, I guess it was.
He didn't do nothing.
No, he did something. Well, there was the comedians there that also made fun of specific people, gay people.
Well, I
One
mean,
of the kids
it's-
there looked gay, and he's like, "Well, I mean, sorry, I look this way, but I'm not actually gay. I actually slay a lot of puss, so I don't know."
I don't think it's
you
a
wanna-
qualification to make fun of a
yeah.
specific
I don't-
group.
I think you're just being very-
if your
No,
group,
no.
if your group,
That's exactly what Chappelle was talking about
What?
in his rant.
no,
Well,
but what I'm saying is,
is-
if you have the content that it's funny and it just so happened
That
to be
show
about
was
a
like
group,
sold out,
But
dude.
you shouldn't-
And everybody was laughing
you
their
shouldn't
ass off at every
force
moment.
Of course,
yourself.
because he refused to offend anybody.
What do you mean? If you could have probably done that.
You ever
but
see Wild Hogs? You ever see
Yes,
Wild?
yes.
Could they release that today?
Probably.
No, hell no, they
I bet-
couldn't.
what-
All
I-
those gay jokes?
Yeah.
You could never release that today.
I bet you I watched it.
all I'm
everybody else
saying
watched
is
it,
that
it'd be
it's
fine.
very obvious when a comedian
He was
forces
trying to relate to his
something.
audience.
Like
That's
if,
all he
if
was
a comedian
doing.
forces a certain view then the audience is going to see right through that. So if the jokes happen to be about black people and they're funny, that's funny, but it shouldn't. He shouldn't be sitting there writing it like, oh,
maybe
yeah.
you're getting confused because within the millennial generations, blacks, racist here, by the way, you, Papa J, blacks also exist. You know,
Right,
gays
that's my
also
point.
exist.
When you make fun of the
millennials, it's a whole
when
population.
you make fun of the millennials, you're not risking anything. You're making fun of an entire, all-inclusive generation.
Okay,
But when you start,
so what would you like to hear?
I want to hear. You ever hear Eddie Murphy Raw?
Yeah.
I want to hear that.
Do you think Eddie Murphy's coming out and doing Raw right now? Tell me he is.
I think Dave Chappelle is.
I think he's doing.
I think Dave Chappelle
a
is,
version of
and I
Raw,
think-
but not to the extent. I guarantee he's not
And I
doing Raw.
think Dane Cook is a little bit too scared to do it. Oh,
I think Dane Cook's not playing a safe card, but he's playing
Yes,
a
he
smart
is.
card because he's playing to a generation that's current now. And unfortunately, your generation is not that current now.
Hold on, it's not has
Who invented
No, no,
Tesla?
no.
Elon Musk.
Is he part of your generation, Papa J, or is he okay?
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm just saying a lot of these popular people are in our generation. You're about to argue a point that is, I think, invalid, where you say your generation is very.
I'm not
relevant.
talking about my
Okay,
generation.
Go ahead. Then I'll let
I'm
you
talking
finish.
about being able to make fun of the differences between groups of people, just like we used to, and not give a shit about these snowflakes who are upset about the Redskins. You can't call the Washington Redskins Redskins.
But
only white people
But he
are offended.
specifically came
But what
out
I'm
and said,
saying-
if you're a snowflake, get out.
Well, that's fine.
What I'm saying
But
is,
why? He didn't need to because he didn't say anything that would offend a snowflake.
but what
he
if
specifically made fun of millennials, which we label.
what if he just didn't have content against a specific group?
Weird.
He made fun of a.
Are you all right? Did you take your medicine before you came over?
Hold on. Because again, you're missing the point.
Yeah.
He's making fun of millennials, and millennials have snowflakes. You know what else millennials have in it?
What? Gays, blacks,
Gays,
and everything
blacks.
else. And
Why
I'm
didn't he make fun of them? Just the snowflakes of the group.
Dummy, you're acting like he didn't. I said he made fun of millennials, which is the group of all these people, and you're like, oh, he didn't make
Hold
fun.
on,
This-
no,
what
no,
Can
are you-
I
what
can
are
I
you
get a
talking
word
about?
in
What-
real
go ahead,
quick?
Stu.
Okay, what if
I
he
can't
just
believe you don't understand.
he
this.
didn't?
I do.
What if he didn't
You're
have
just
content? What if
extremist.
he didn't think about? Okay, let's just make fun of all these people.
Because he has content.
It's not. It's
He's
not.
afraid to put it out. You know who
How do
ain't
you-
afraid
how
to
do
put
you
it
know
out?
that? How do you
Dave
know that, though?
Chappelle. That's who's not afraid. And he didn't come out and go, "Oh, look how brave I am," because I'm making fun of white people and black people, and
But
I don't
why
care
does
what
that gotta-
snowflakes
why
But
does
he,
that gotta be a
he didn't come out and say that
qualification?
either. Nobody did. You just put
Dave
that
Chappelle
label.
did.
He
Yes,
did.
I heard.
Dave Chappelle came out and say he did that. Dane Cook did not say he did that.
Right.
That's what you're misconstruing.
But
right
why
now. You're
does
acting like
why
Dane
does
Cook said
every
that.
why does
you
every
came out and said,
Yes, I did because I thought it was pretty awesome that he made fun of a generation that's very easily offended. Why was that? Why is that a big thing?
because he didn't say anything about the generation that would offend
Every
them.
joke he made was about that fucking What sense does that not make? He specifically said the snowflake generation. Just snowflake fucking generation. How's that not talking
Well, first
about
of all,
the whole entire snowflake
watch the
generation?
language a little bit, A, and
Jesus.
B. How do you not understand that nobody's going on a Twitter tirade about, oh my God, did you hear what he said about the snowflakes? No,
Nobody's
they're-
saying
hold
that
on,
about Dave
hold on, hold
Chappelle
on. Let
either.
me make a complete point.
No.
Okay?
Because it's not a point. It doesn't make
People
sense.
are going on tirades going, oh, did you hear what they said about the gay people? They're going on tirades going, did you hear what they said about the black people? They're going on tirades going, did you hear what they said about the Mexican people? That's what they're going on tirades for. None of the Twitter social justice warrior guys are going on tirades going, oh, I can't believe what they said about snowflakes. I cannot believe it. That's the safest thing you
What
can
are you
do.
talking
And
about?
all
what,
I'm saying
what
is
Twitter
why-
are you reading where they are going
Why
on
do they
anything
have
like that?
to be-
Dave Chappelle didn't mention anything about any of those people either. What are you talking about?
Are you kidding?
Did you watch his stand-up on Netflix?
Yeah, I saw the part that mattered.
I'm basing Dan Cook almost at the same level as Dave Chappelle, except for it was just as good. I saw them both. What are you talking about?
You're
What are you
insane.
talking about?
You're insane.
No, they're talking about a whole generation. You're acting like they need to specifically talk about one thing to be relevant and funny, where he was talking about a whole effing generation where he didn't have to focus on one group
A
to be
whole
funny.
inclusive, yeah.
He didn't have to be funny to focus
You're
on one
making
thing.
my point for me.
What
Thank
are you talking about? He talked about everybody and was
No,
just
no,
as
no,
funny
no.
as Dave Chappelle, focused on the niche of people. You're talking about little minute facts that certain groups are attached to. Yes, you're correct, but
Which is
Dave
what the
Chappelle,
social
Dan Cook
just-
was able to do it to a whole audience and get everybody. There was a 24-year-old that opened for him. How is that not relating to the generation?
I didn't say anything about relating to
I'm
any
talking. He
generation.
had a whole show that was pretty much. That's what I'm saying. He related to a generation. His whole show, which is the Snowflake, which is a millennial generation. Am I not wrong?
However, the social justice warriors are not attacking people. People are not losing their jobs for making fun of snowflakes.
No, they're
That's
losing
simple.
their jobs for listening to shows like this because you do not make sense.
You're
You're stuck in your mentality, which I get that.
It
And
has
I'm not
no
telling you have to believe in
mentality.
mine, but you're like, you have to believe in my way or you're wrong. And I don't have to. So you can kind of just like kick rocks if that's how you really feel.
No, well, this is how I really feel.
And
He
I'm
took
not
no
saying you're
chance.
wrong. I'm saying he did take a chance by directly attacking the generation that's causing a lot of the BS that's happening now.
Nobody's losing a job.
Nobody's
for
losing a
talking about
job
millennial.
from Dave Chappelle, what he did. He still has a career. He still
Wait a
has a
minute.
contract in Netflix.
Right,
Who
because-
lost his job?
Because he stood up. Well, first of all,
Nobody lost their job.
first
You
of
just
all,
said
hold on,
somebody had
hold
to
on.
lose their job.
He financed his own stuff. Okay, so they can't
Dave
take
Chappelle's
his job
not doing
away
a
from him.
show at Co-America by himself?
Hold on. I have no idea if he financed that or not.
Yes. So you're speaking on speculation rather than facts.
However, I do know that Dave
Liberalism.
Chappelle financed his own thing. Most people don't do that. Dave Chappelle did, so they can't fire him. So
Oh
he
my
got to
gosh.
get up there and say what he wanted
This
to
is
say.
funny.
Now, if you're Hulk Hogan and you
Oh
say the
my
N-word,
God.
you lose your job for
But
10
he
years.
did. He's still with the WWE and making and he had made
hold
millions
on,
of dollars.
Hold on. He lost his job for 10 years.
But he's
hold
here.
On, hold on.
You say hold on, but you're about to make a valid. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And the guy who played on Seinfeld, the
Oh, so you move on.
Hold on.
Hulk still has a
I
job with the
saw that. I
WWE.
saw that. Yeah.
The weird neighbor, he lost his job. He ain't been working since.
But okay, that's the
He did
first.
a
That's the
comedy-
first guy you
Sense.
mentioned. That's the first guy. What about that one comedian who held Donald Trump heads up? What's her name?
Right. Well, yeah, but isn't that part of it?
Oh, I don't
Isn't
know.
that
She
part
lost
of it?
her job and she's on the other
Right,
side.
right,
So
but-
I don't get that.
However, isn't that part of it?
What is part of what?
She didn't
She
get
didn't
to
get
say
to-
what she wanted to say.
Yeah,
and
so-
she got fired because of
But
it.
yet Dave Chappelle could. Why? Because he was black? Or are you trying to make some weird
Because
argument for
no,
that?
because
Okay.
he paid for his own special.
Maybe
they
it-
can't take it from him. Same thing. Adam Carolla pays for his
Yeah.
own podcast. They can't fire him.
Well,
he
Dave-
gets to say whatever he wants
How
to
do
say.
you know
and
Dave
he gets-
Chappelle? Let's leave it back on before we move on. We're getting a little over on this.
It was
But
a great fucking
how do we
conversation.
know Dave Chappelle isn't saying what he wants to say and not being controlled by somebody? How do you know he's not going up there and taking the risk that he thinks is a risk by, talking to the millennial generation?
Why do you have to take a risk though? Can't you just have funny content without
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to make a checklist
This is what
about who
this
we're
is
going to make fun of?
This is exactly what we're talking about. So Dave Chappelle, if go back and watch after this, go watch that. I suggest, and you'll understand what we're talking about because he took that risk and nothing happened. He still has his contract
No,
with
that's-
Netflix, and people
no,
are
I know what you
admiring
guys are
him
talking
for
about.
taking a risk that we have already taken. Why are we admiring him for taking a risk that we've already taken? Why did we hide in the first place? That's what I'm getting at. Dane Cook did not. He did
didn't do
what
anything
all the
risky.
other comedians did throughout the time. They all went and hid.
He didn't do
What
anything
I'm
risky.
trying to say is, why did it take for Dave Chappelle to come out for all these other guys? Now, I'm giving him credit. I've already said it in the beginning. Dave Chappelle came out, and then all these other guys did. Dane Cook did what he thought was a risk, and I thought was a risk because there was a lot of people in that audience who were mixed and could have taken it any other way, and they were all laughing. And there was the same. I already said this also, which I don't know if you heard. Same rancid Dane, same different new material, if that makes sense.
My
So-
point is this: making fun of millennials is as risky.
That's
as
what we
making
do
fun
on this show,
is
24/7.
as risky as making fun of straight white Christian males. There's no risk to it. It's an easy, low-hanging
I don't.
fruit.
That's where we
that
disagree.
You're never
That's
gonna
clearly
lose a job for.
That's clearly where we disagree. So
Why do you got to try to strive for losing a job?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why do you have to? You put these high markers on it because
understand.
it's just your personal opinion, and I get that,
And
but that's not
what
how
I
it
was
has to
trying
be.
to bring
It's
up.
about
You guys
freedom
kept
of
jumping down each other's
But
throat and
but that's
talking
fine.
over each other. And when I try to get a word in, you guys just keep talking and talking. And I was trying to bring up that point. That
But
why
we
do we
heard you
have
bring
to
up
go
that
risky?
point. He just wasn't listening, and I was already batting for you.
Because he got up in front of the audience before he started his thing and talked about how brave he was. At that point, he committed to doing something risky, and then he played it as safe as he could. That's my point. He got up there and said, "Hey, buckle your seatbelts," and then never went over 10 miles
But
an
anyways,
hour.
I went to a show. And
Yeah,
it
how was it?
It was awesome. I loved it. I hadn't laughed so hard. On the way to the show, this show's gonna run a little long.
Let's
I'm
do it.
just gonna say this is extra content, I guess. The show was great, but on our way to the show, now I don't know if you guys want to keep your kids in the car for this, but
Uh-oh.
we found out what a specific word meant. Now, we were going on our way to Dane Cook. My wife and I were in the car, no kids, nothing else, and we were discussing certain topics that somehow brought to surface the word canoodling. Right now, canoodling, you think of cuddling, being close to somebody, getting intimate, being close.
Right.
Close is the general canoodle, cuddling.
Physically close, yes.
Yes. Now, another definition that I thought of was canoodling. I said, hey, no, also, this is also a canoodle. The pool noodles where you slap it on the water and it's got the styrofoam.
Right.
And you can spit water through it and your buddies, and you have contests, so you can blow in it to the hardest on
and
each
it
end.
floats and stuff.
Yeah. We thought that was a canoodle. So my wife, she goes ahead and Googles canoodle, right?
Right.
So it gives a definition, what I just explained, cuddling, being close.
Right.
Gives the, a picture of a water noodle, so we were both right. We're like high-fiving. Yeah, we're right. And she's like, but wait, there's let me scroll. What's this
Urban
here?
Dictionary.
I was about to say
Urban Dictionary. Oh, my goodness. The canoodling definition from Urban Dictionary. You guys, cover your ears, earmuffs. Hey, kids, leave the room. This is rated R right here. So, 2 penises are involved, right? Canoodling.
Oh, my God.
What?
I don't like where this is going.
What's wrong? You all right, Papa J? You sound disturbed.
You're about to make fun of gay people, and that takes too much courage.
Nah. I'm no better than Dave Cook. Dave Cook.
Dave Cook.
No better than Dave Cook. So, 2 penises. One is circumcised and one is uncircumcised. And everyone said they were a hetero or a bisexual or a gay or whatever you want to call it.
That's called docking.
So that's what I noticed that. So it says, one has foreskin and one does not.
Right.
The male with the foreskin go ahead and peels that sucker all the way back, and the 2 poke heads together like swords. The
is so gross.
Hey, the gentleman with the foreskin go ahead and let's go like it's a bungee cord, and it goes whoosh, and it grabs his, so it's like a Chinese finger trap. So now you can't get out unless you do the secret handshake, whatever that is. So that's how you get out of the canoodle. And my wife heard that and she was like, are you effing kidding me? Like, her face was white as a ghost because, she's a teacher. She doesn't understand those types of like, that's not her style. So her devastation, and she thought about it the whole show, and it made a good icebreaker to the Dane Cook show. And
I just looked it up.
Yes.
I do not see that definition, but I did find an interesting one.
What?
The eating of noodles whilst in a canoe.
So here's the thing.
This can be performed in an 8-man rowing boat with 7 of your closest friends and a large supply of noodles.
Type it like this: KNOOD.
Oh, so it's a whole different word. It's just made up.
KANOODLING. Canoodling, if that's how it is.
So it's basically fake.
Well, they gave a definition of somewhat in a thesaurus.
Any sexual activity above the waist.
Whoa, okay, that's
there
another
you
name.
go.
Including but not limited to cuddling, kissing, breast fondling.
So
nice.
Mama-in-law is at the house with the kids while we go to the show, and we're
Right.
learning about this canoodling stuff. And we get home, one of our kids is up, the little one. Her name is Noelle. She's running around the house. It's about 11 o'clock. I don't know why she's still up, but whatever. Mama-in-law's passed out. Other kids on the couch. The 5-year-old little Noelle's up hanging out. We're
Right.
like, all right, cool. So I'm getting hungry. We get settled, take our clothes off, whatever. I'm in my boxers, walk around the house. It's
Right.
nice in our house. We just got it all renovated except for a couple things. We're almost there.
All right, looks beautiful.
Yeah, we're kicking it high and rolling it low, baby. It's the best time ever in my life. I don't know if you noticed that. Maybe it's these kilt lifters talking. But
Right.
I go to open up a fridge to get a little snack out of there, and my little daughter walks up into the fridge, and she likes to climb up in there and grab things off the shelf. Next thing you know, it starts to get quiet. I'm like, wow, it's weirdly quiet in here. Usually you can hear shuffling of feet or a little scrunching of snacks or hands or drawers opening from something. I hear nothing. So my head's in the drawer. Next thing you know, my feet are like warm. I'm like, what the
Oh, no.
Why are my feet warm? Why is this happening? I don't understand it. It's like 50 degrees
No, wait,
outside.
where's she at?
I was like, I'm not drunk. I'm not high. I don't do cocaine. I don't do anything. What is going on? I look down. Little S, Noelle, took her diaper off and started pissing all over my feet. She was inside of the fridge, pissing out of the fridge. I don't know how she got in there that high anyway.
God.
I didn't see her in there. I thought she had ran off to do her own little thing, and I was getting ready to close the fridge, but I felt that warming sensation. And I looked down, and she's just out of the fridge.
Now, is this true?
It is
that
true.
That sounds like something that would be far-fetched.
Caitlin was out there. I can't make this stuff up, dude.
You can't. He's got no imagination.
She was out there, and she was that's why the stories are so dull, and the results are like, are you kidding me? Because it doesn't make sense. It's my fault. But she was out there, and she witnessed it, so you can go ask her after the show. And if you guys want to find out or yourself, DM podcast at bigotradio.com or email all of us, on our social media.
So what was the end result?
She peed on my foot. So then, I can't hit her. You know what I mean?
Why not?
Yeah, you can.
She was running around the house without a diaper on. What kind of parent lets a child
Okay,
do that?
millennial.
All right.
Whatever.
Beat her with the belt.
Right.
No. So here's the thing.
With the paddle.
If she had her
I'm
clothes
taking a
on
risk.
and then
I'll joke about beating
took
a
them
kid.
off and
Sword.
peed on my foot, that's a different story. But I was like, hey, go be free. And if you got to go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom. And I
Mace
was
to
like,
the
can you go to
face.
the bathroom? And she's like, yeah, okay. And I was like, all right, cool. Live your life. Be free. And then she did. She lived her life, be freed right over my foot. So, hey, normally I'd beat that. The other day, I yanked her so hard, I scared myself.
You ripped her arm off?
No, I didn't rip her arm off.
Wouldn't
But
that suck?
I saved her from getting hit by a car, but I yanked her awfully hard, and I was exaggerated on purpose. I was like, I know you're about to run out in front of this car. I'm going to grab you and rip you and save your life, but actually hurt you, so you don't ever do that again.
Right.
So I did that, and it was pretty dreadful. But I don't regret it, and I'll never regret it. But what I do not regret is almost bypassing this comic book.
Hey, hold on.
What's up, dude?
Let's call an audible. Let's go to commercial.
Okay. Oh, this is live right here.
And then we'll come back with IZW.
All right.
And we'll save the reach around and the nostalgia for next week.
What? The reach on nostalgia?
Yeah, we'll save it for next week
All right.
because we're running terminally late.
I'm terminally ill right now from all those
Can we
opioids.
okay, how about this? So
Let's go to commercial. We'll discuss it during the break.
All right, dude. Here we go. Dude, what the fuck?
Oh man.
Why the hell didn't
I
that
just
just
beat my
happen
last video
during commercial
game.
anyway?
What do you mean you beat your last video game?
Jesus.
Because I was waiting for you to go to commercial when you were going to comic book reach around.
I mean, I beat them all.
What do you want?
Sure, you beat them all.
We don't got much time. What do you
No.
want?
I know.
Well, you
So
know what
after
you need
this,
to do?
we can't do
you need to get
nostalgia. We
yourself
only
to
have the
Fallout
movie minute
games
review you want to
in
do.
Tempe,
We'll pick
North
up with
Phoenix,
IZW.
Paradise Valley,
Okay.
or the Mesa location.
And
They specialize
the movie
in
review,
all
and that'll
the old
take us
school
right to
video
an hour.
games.
That's
Or
fine.
We
you can
saved
go to
the podcast.
FalloutGames.net.
There's
See
nothing
what
wrong
they
with the
got
podcast.
online as
What's
well.
he doing?
But it's
He's
best
pouting
to
in
go
the
to
corner
store
'cause he pissed him
location.
off.
You get the whole experience. They even got Legos.
Oh, geez, thanks. I'm going now.
Oh my god. Woo! Boy, that was a ripping first half, dude. I loved it.
You're an asshole. That's funny.
I'm the most violent man on television.
Spark it up.
Yeah, he
and
sounds
keep
like a
it
wuss.
lit.
I'll fight him.
Get ready, fans, for Impact Zone Wrestling's next big event. It's called Monster.
We kept going in circles
It's on
for a while there.
Saturday,
That's why I had to
February
all right, we gotta
22nd, 2020. love the
getting
biggest
fucking
match
ripped
of the
up
year.
like that.
13 men.
I don't
One
mind it.
winner,
I
get all fucking pissed off and shit. I love it.
I used to never be able to handle it, but it's a little different now. That's why I was like,
And the rain.
right, you were getting a
chaos
little bit elevated.
that's how I'm like, all right, calm down. My
Hey,
heart
this
was
is
going for
Drab
sure.
T-shirt
All right,
from
we're
the Big
going
O
live.
and Duke Show and the Junkies in
So no
Washington,
comic book
D.C.
reach,
And I
or no,
listen to Big
nostalgia?
Lip Radio
No nostalgia.
after I've listened to everything else on the internet. And when I say everything else, I mean everything else. Rally the Horde, The Minority Report, Hard Times and Weirdness, Joe Rogan, Play to Win Radio with AWOD, The Download.
Oh my gosh, the download with who?
Right,
He keeps
AWOD.
going on and on.
Right,
and on.
right, right.
That
Good.
nerd. That
Another-
nerd doesn't even know how to run a show.
Oh, whatever. But you know what we do know how to run is a wrestling segment. Papa J, you have a lot of crazy things going on in the wrestling world today. Not only
my
have you
God.
provided extra content for Billy Up Radio, but you've also provided extra props and cred for us too, dude.
I might have to get a lawyer.
You might have to be official, start trademarking stuff, start, getting rid of hosts and things you don't want on the show, getting
Right.
rid of the baggage, put Stu and Z Money, right? No? You write the check, so I'm on my knees right here. What do you want?
Right,
what do you
right.
want? What do you want? We already mentioned this so many times.
Well, as those who've been following our social media know that I had an interview with Cowboy Jack Durango this last weekend. Jack
Dude.
Durango called out my boy, Alex Salyers.
Oh, man.
You'll remember I interviewed Alex Salyers in Gimmicks and Angles #2.
Oh, yes. And it was really good.
Right, and we became fast friends. Okay, we
Like fast food friends or fast gay friends or what kind of fast
no,
friends?
we quickly became very close
Like
friends.
clo-
That's what fast friends mean.
You use the word. You use the C word.
In fact, you even
Yeah.
Gave him a
implicated
kiss.
a couple weeks ago that me and Alex were swapping old ladies, which
Okay.
is not the truth.
That's right, you were.
This
I
is
can't
Alex.
believe you remembered
This
that.
is
The
that
one
Alex.
thing that you never remember anything
Let's
on the
actually
podcast.
go about 10 minutes talking about that again. What was it? What
Oh,
happened?
Papa J was stepping. You too.
Go back
Stu,
and
remember
listen
you?
to it.
I wasn't
You
stepping.
and
He's
Papa J were
stepping.
stepping out on your side checks
He
here, and
was.
I called you out, and you guys were both like, and because Papa J the
What were we
most.
dogs? What the-
That's what you guys were like. So Papa J, the whole point was like, hey, everybody knew, but yet that one chick is the only one that messaged him. And for you, Stu,
I didn't get a message.
For you, Stu, that girl physically called on the show, but not even your own girl called.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how we know that. And it was a different chick. And you told us specifically it was a third step-in chick.
I never said that.
It
No,
was.
I never
Anyways,
said that.
so IZW Papa J, what's up?
Right. So, Cowboy Jack Durango, I got him in for an interview.
Yeah, we got
And,
a little audio with him, by the way.
What's that?
We got a little audio. I took the initiative and listened to some requests and grabbed some audio for him. So let me know when you want to play.
Let me set up this piece of audio. We had a great interview for about 30 minutes. Everything Jack Durango related.
I've heard parts of it. It's not bad at all, dude.
You'll know everything there is to know about this really completely fascinating guy. Towards the end, though, things got a little bit out of hand. If you'll play the clip, Z-Money.
Dude, I heard a couple minutes. He got out of hand, much like you said. And here he is. We got a live reaction from him.
No, and you're part of the problem here, Jared. This is something you don't understand. You're sitting here with your microphones and your podcast and your 10 or 12 fans, and you're giving this service to Alex. Oh, we're heaping this praise on him. Listen, Alex needs to travel the world. Alex is a world-class talent that hasn't been realized, and you people are holding him back, feeding his ego, feeding this monster, and he is not going to realize his full potential because he's held back by people like you.
Dude, he does not
He's
sound
got
like,
a point.
Dude, what do you mean? What's the point, Stu? What do you think this
Well, about the 10 and 12 fans and we're holding him back.
Hey,
why do you got
Did you see everybody stand up when he said that? Like, what?
Yeah,
What?
I know.
Right?
What
He-
is
Okay,
this,
sorry,
dude?
20 to 35.
He cut to the quick, but
Dude,
first
he
of all,
doesn't sound like he likes us.
First of all, I think he liked me just fine, but there's a respect issue.
Yeah.
He didn't respect me. He didn't respect anything I was
I
trying to
see.
do. And when he found out I was buddies with Alex Salyers,
Yeah.
he just kind of lost his mind, and he started bringing up points. He's thinking, hey, if you treat him like a rock star
Yeah.
before he's got a number one hit, then you're cheating the man out of a number
He's
one
gonna
hit.
fall before he gets that number one.
Right.
I gotcha.
Right, I
So,
get-
would you believe him?
I get that logic. I don't agree with that logic.
Okay. I don't agree with it. I mean, we got millions of fans. First of all, I don't
First
know
of
what-
all,
I don't know
millions
what you're
upon
talking about.
billions.
We got like thousands of views on YouTube. Just go look at our channel. YouTube.com/bigger radio. You can go see it. Proofs in the pudding.
Right. We'll but we're supporting people that we admire,
Yeah.
that we enjoy watching, that we enjoy seeing.
You
wrestle.
crossed a line, dude. You did something. You shouldn't have told him that. Do you regret telling him that? Or are you on Alex's? Like, who you got to vote for now? Like, you've interviewed both of them.
First of all, when you
gotta-
get done listening to this interview,
Yeah.
you're gonna be dying to see this match. I almost bought a second set of tickets. I'm so
Dude,
excited.
when's
to
it
see this
happening?
match. What's that?
When's it happening?
February 22nd.
What was it, IZW?
IZW
Oh, where?
Monster at Sun Studios of Arizona in Tempe.
Oh my goodness! You can
Right.
look for the website and everything else on our post after the show.
Eventbrite.com to get your tickets, and it's amazing. But the real S happened.
Yeah.
The real S happened after the interview.
The video?
I thought we calmed
Dude,
stuff
I
down.
saw that video.
I thought we
I
calmed
had
stuff
no
down.
idea. He was so heated. Like your face was purple.
Now I look back at that video and I can see I'm a dumbass.
It goes back to that swollen thing. You're purple.
I should have seen this coming because it was obvious to me Jack was still pissed off as I'm looking at this video
Dude, when you're
again.
trying to like communicate with him during the video, he's like looking the other way.
Right.
I don't get that.
Popped me in the head.
You pissed him off.
Bent me over my own lazy boy and choked me with his bull rope.
Because you always do that. You're like, all right, the show's done. Let's wrap up. Let's get a nice video to promo it.
Right.
And usually everybody's like, high five and let's do this. All right, cool. Nah, as soon as he found out Alex was involved, he didn't want.
Right. I like to set it up where I get jobbed at the end, but this one, tensions were high enough that I
Okay.
didn't want to set it up to where he jobs me at the end. I was
can't
just
wait
going
to
to do a
see this.
straight promo. Do you have any audio of that?
No, I just have the original interview that we. The one that
Oh,
where
that's
he
the
just
audio?
completely
Alright.
S's on us because we're a part of the problem. That we're giving these people too much platform to speak on.
Right.
Too much motivation.
All right. Well, go and check out the YouTube video, and you're gonna see me not get jobbed. Okay, this
Dude, you get choked out. He does your number. I even had to text. I was like, dude, are you all right?
okay.
You okay, man? I just saw the video you put up.
Right.
And usually you don't put something like that up unless it's dramatic. And
I'm gonna put it up because I think it's gonna sell downloads. So even though I got legitimately chumped out on this one instead of just play acting.
Yeah.
I got legitimately chumped out.
Dude, he hits you.
Right,
I heard it. I
right.
saw it. And then your vein, your penis vein that the Smiths are known for in their forehead.
In the forehead.
It was popping out.
Right.
And
right.
I was freaked out, dude.
And he knocked my hat askew. I feel bad about that.
Just go watch the video. Facebook at Pickup Radio. You can see it there. But what you can also hear now.
Welcome to Big Lip Radio's Movie Minute that may last longer than a minute. This week, we watched and are reviewing a movie called Knowing. It is a 2009. Thank you. 2009.
Drama mystery, 2 hours and 1 minute, baby.
Nick Cage.
Netflix, right?
Nikolai.
I was
Cage.
so surprised. Like, when you said Knowing, it didn't click. But then when I went and watched it, I was like, oh, this is that one movie with Nicolas Cage where he's supposedly a genius and he can see all kinds of things.
Right, and this is why we do Movie Minute, to watch movies that normally we're not going to really watch outside of the show. I mean, sometimes
This is a perfect example. You're
Sometimes
right.
we're going to pick our favorites, you know. But the idea of this is we're supposed to watch movies that we may be missing out on. Okay, I never watched Bird Box.
A lot of these movies that have come out on
Right.
Netflix, Hulu, that's why we put those rules in
Right.
place too. And, Amazon Prime, Hulu, and Netflix, and
Right.
possibly every once in a while occasions where it's not on there. But we'll let you know when those pop up. But it's mainly those three. IMDb gave it a 6.2 out of 10.
Right.
Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 33%, and it's a 41% on the Metacritic. So
Right.
it's pretty mid of the road, I guess, on a
Right.
lot of these. It's not good. It's not bad.
Rotten Tomatoes killed it, 33%.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
don't
screw
really.
them.
I don't count that.
Liberals.
Yeah, whatever. And I guess 89% liked it on Google users.
That's what matters right there.
So that's the real people.
What was up with this damn haircut?
That's how he was. It was
That's
like a bowl
such an
cut, wasn't
right,
it?
such
It looked
an
like a bowl cut.
irritating haircut.
This movie was interesting. Now, I remember when I was in college, 2013 time, I did a Photoshop, and that's one of the things we learned. 2009 time.
All right.
I did a Photoshop of that Earth with the numbers coming off of it.
Right.
I tried to learn how to recreate that Photoshop, and I did it. That was my first tutorial I learned how to do in Photoshopping class. I loved it. Sorry,
That's pretty
I had
hot.
Right.
I just never knew what the movie was. I didn't even pay attention or care to watch it. I just
Right.
typed, Photoshop Earth stuff, and that's what popped up. And I saw Knowing, and I was like, oh, that's how I know this movie. So I kind of enjoyed it. What did you think? I'll get more into it. I just want to hear what you think, Stu.
Well, I've watched this movie a couple times in the past.
All right.
I think it's a really good movie. I know it kind of has some low critic scores, but then again, those are critics, not lovers of the movie. So I like the idea. The plot was definitely a little weird more towards the end, but I really like the suspense leading up to what eventually happened at the end
Right,
with
right.
the solar flare. But yeah, I like it. I like the kind
I
of
like that concept.
sci-fi movies where
The fact it almost like told you about God a little bit in a way, something
Yeah.
to believe in. It was almost like their its own way of saying, "Hey, this is what might happen." It was cool. It was
that's
like
where
a
that's
tinfoil
where I
hat.
thought it kind of got a little weird because it went from more science and then it just took like a
Sci-fi, yeah.
religious turn, like way sharp
Because
right turn.
There's a part in the end, and I want to get. Can we give it away?
Certainly.
Yeah.
It's a 10-year-old
A
movie.
spoiler alert for those of you who are actually worried about it.
Right.
At the end, when they show the tree and the two kids running to the tree.
That's
was
Adam and Eve,
Yeah,
right?
Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right,
we're all on the
right,
same
right.
page
Even
there.
though they're from the same family, so that's a little
cool.
weird.
Whatever. No, they're not. They're a different family.
Different
They
family.
were?
Yeah,
Yep.
it was just two random people. It's just Nicolas
Yeah.
Cage happened to know how to mysteriously transcribe these, and the son there was no
Oh, crap.
relation to the girl and the other
Yep.
mom
Well.
to the girl.
Alrighty then.
So yeah, yep.
Yeah, because the grandma who did the original 1959 number thing and put it in the
and
envelope,
put it in the
blah, blah,
time
blah,
capsule. Yeah.
that was her great-granddaughter.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, had no relation to Nick Cage and his son. Nick Cage hooked up with that with that chick because he was looking for the granddaughter
I see.
of the so he could ask questions about her.
Well, it did 1.86, or sorry, 186.5 million in the box office. That's not bad for
not bad.
for a movie of its time in 2009.
Right,
The director
right.
was Alex Proyas. You guys know him at all?
No.
Nope.
I'm looking him up right now. He did things of
Well, you look up that
the
director.
Crow, Gods
Ah.
of Egypt, Dark City, iRobot. Holy crap!
iRobot. I've
I
seen.
Knowing.
love that movie.
Garage Days, Spirits of the. Oh, jeez, he does a lot of stuff. How do we not know him? We're not movie buffs. We don't know nothing. We don't know nothing. But anyways, I give this movie a 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 for sure. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It wasn't a 5 out of 5, but
Right.
I'd go back if it just happened to play on Hulu Live or something. I'd watch it.
Well, there's some questions I had though.
What's up?
Now the aliens
Okay.
that grabbed the, I'm gonna assume a few kids in each of the alien crafts that took off.
Yeah.
Did they let the grandmother know? Hey, look, here's what's gonna happen. And then she wrote it
that's
down.
right.
I mean, was the grandma somehow connected to the aliens? Did they give her the foresight?
So here's the thing: there's no. It's like that little girl in the very beginning, 50 years back,
Right,
1959. It jumps 50 years ahead,
Right.
to the present day when we watch it of that time. But the little girl who was writing, what was her name? Lighting?
I don't remember,
like that?
but a new school was opening up in 1959. So
Lucinda Abbey.
As was
Abby was her name. Abby was her real name. That little girl, and it was
Right.
played by Laura Robinson.
All right.
So that little girl was the one who was. Oh, sorry, I completely lied. I completely lied. That
You
was the
did.
sister. That was the one that Stu thought was the sister of the brother that they were taking away into the alien spaceship at the end.
Yep.
I completely lied about that.
Aha.
But anyways, in the beginning when they write it down, it doesn't describe how she got those powers or why she
Right,
became crazy
right.
or why she started writing all those dates down. I noticed that as well.
Right.
Is what
So
I was getting at.
what was she like told that subconsciously by the whispering people? I mean, the boy heard the whispering.
There could
too.
be another movie to this, is what you're
Right,
saying.
right.
They can make
There's
a whole
lot
other
of
movie.
Unanswered questions.
You guys know those were angels, right? Hence the
Essentially.
wings.
Yeah.
Right,
You saw the
well, yeah,
outlines
yeah,
of the
yeah.
wings as they
Yeah.
were going up into there.
So it's pretty much
they just
angels
look,
whispering.
They just look like aliens to us because we've never seen what an actual angel looks like in real life.
Neither did the director, but he thought they looked like
I don't
aliens.
know if
See, it's in
I
his
don't know
point
if
of view.
angels fly
POV,
around
baby.
in spacecraft.
A POV. It wasn't a spacecraft.
That was more like a
it was like a weird
gyroscope.
it was like a portal. It seemed like a portal opened to another world.
Well, remember at the end they showed a half dozen or
that's
12
right,
of
those
them
little-
all leaving the
and
Earth.
then they went to another planet and then dropped them off on another planet. You're right.
Right. So
but it's weird
like
how it
they were
opened up.
collecting
It was
people.
weird how it opened up into a portal and then
Right.
oh, that's right.
I wonder
that's
if
funny.
anyone survived. It's probably someone like deep in a mountain. Like,
It's just a
all right.
simulation.
Nah,
Like
you're-
some weird simulation.
You're gonna die due to lack of resources, assuming you had lived. But I'm gonna
Now
assume
you got your weed farm in the basement.
They were in a wheat farm for sure.
Yeah,
When
well,
they showed up.
yeah.
I know Opiate Boy over here likes his weed farm.
Yep.
Oh my gosh! You guys give it a score already?
I have not. 3.5 out of 5. I don't regret watching it. It's something I would have never watched simply on my own.
Yeah.
4.
Because the first 20 minutes, which is the hardest part for me to get through in normal movies, I'm just like stabbing myself in the thigh with an ice pick trying to stay awake.
Well, this wasn't bad, was it? Like
No,
it was
no, no,
awful. It was a better one of the picks that Stu and I usually pick.
Upper 50% of the
It's not
picks.
about women's rights or any
No,
sort of gay
no.
suffrage documentary.
Gay suffrage.
I don't know if that's a real thing. I just made
Gay
it up.
suffrage. Homosexuals have always had the right to vote.
Just not women.
Oh my gosh!
Right, unless
There
they're
you go.
lesbian. Right, then they just got it.
Well,
back.
ladies and gentlemen, it's my pick
Yes.
for this week's movie minute review, and I'm gonna pick in. You just squirt into the microphone right now?
No.
It sounded like you pushed so hard and squirted so fast. I pick In the
That's what
Tall
she said.
Grass on Netflix. It's got a 99% match to my taste.
Are you
Came
kidding
out
me?
in 2019. What? 1 hour and 41 minutes.
I was gonna select that. I just saw that movie. Very good.
It's
Well,
an
thanks for-
adaptation of a Stephen King short story from one of his short story collections.
Yeah, so go check that out if you want to follow along in the Movie Minute Review. But if
Yeah.
you guys want to follow along with us everywhere else, please go to BigUpRadio.com. We have a store, BigUpRadio.com/merch, or you can hit the tab on the Big Up Radio website, the front of the page. Social media, at Big Up Radio. We're also on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Zune. If it was around, we'd still be on it because we were on it before. I don't know.
Right.
Stu's stuck on that. I told you he's on the spectrum. But that's why we love him and invite him on the show. So, hey, if you guys want to come out and hang out with us, email us at podcast@BigUpRadio. You can come hang out in the studio while we do the live show. Just
Yeah.
get with us, or you can hit us up on DM on all of our social media.
Yeah.
I guess with that being said, we'll catch you guys next Tuesday, youtube.com/BigUpRadio live, 7 p.m.
Whoop, whoop.
Episode 74.
See
Catch you
ya.
there.
We don't never get heated with each other. Took Dane Cook to do it.
That's fine. I enjoyed it.
Now,
I was loving it, dude.
I just tried not to go down the same route 10 fucking times. That's all I wanted to do.
I'll be honest with you guys. I don't know if it's just me. This is definitely not one of the better shows.
For you, yeah.
You can't tell until you listen to it back.
For you, because you were sat there the whole time. Cause you don't. Do you watch comedians?
What?
Do you listen to comedians?
Yeah.
Which ones?
Dane Cook, Dave Chappelle. I listen to those guys.
Have you listened to anything currently? That's what we're talking about. Is current shit.
Adam Carolla just came out
With a movie.
Movie called No Safe Spaces.
But he had to come out with it, and he couldn't come out on Hulu. He couldn't come out with it on Netflix. He couldn't come out with it on anywhere because nobody wants to hold it because it's so extreme one way, and Netflix and Hulu don't agree with it, and they're obviously a left way, so they didn't want to put it on there. So he had to go to the theaters and get them to play it in the theaters.
He had to pay the theaters
to play his movie
this movie that he paid to make.
But what happens is he does get paid in those movie tickets.
Right. Sure.
But I mean, to be fair,
Because
Hulu and Netflix is not a government entity; it's a company, and they have the right to not say that.
They can do that, but it just shows you the side of the aisle they stand on. That's what politics plays in these movies, and that's what his point of the matter was. And your point was, who cares what these fuckers think? Because you're a free bird, essentially. You don't. I know you don't belong to a side yet. Do you think he belongs to a side? On his politically,
issues, yes,
but I don't think he can fit into anything. I think he's a free bird.
I was just trying to make a point.
No, you're right though.
It was like brick wall between you two and me. Anytime I tried to jump in to contribute, it was like
that's the hardest
anyway, yeah. And I was like, okay, I'll just sit here. And you guys went on and on running in circles for like 15 minutes.
And
it was, I don't know. I don't think it was really like the best show.
And I'll tell you why you kept getting cut off is you were saying what all the social justice warriors are saying.
That's not true. You didn't listen to what I said because you kept yelling at over me.
You can be funny without making fun of anybody.
That's not what I said.
Run the tape. That's fucking exactly what you said.
If you listen to what I said, and I'll explain it now since
Here's
we're not on the show and you guys are yelling.
From iHeartRadio.
What I was saying.
Okay,
baby. What they said about the black people. They're going on tirades going, did you hear what they said about the...
Think about, okay, let's just make...
groups of people, just like we used to, and not give a shit about these snowflakes who are upset about, the Redskins. You can't call the Washington Redskins Redskins.
But
only white people are offended.
Specifically came out and said, if you're a snowflake, get out.
Well, that's fine.
What I'm saying is...
But why? He didn't need to, because he didn't say anything that would offend a snowflake.
But what he specifically made fun of millennials, which we label...
You know what if he just didn't have content against a specific group?
He made fun of a...
Are you all right?
No,
did you take your medicine before he came over?
Hold on. Because, again, you're missing the point.
Here,
he's making fun of...
Here's what I was saying. What you were saying is as if every comedian has to have a checklist.
And I heightened your
point. I know,
too.
but I was trying to speak, And so what I was saying was that the way you were saying it was as if every comedian has to have a checklist. Okay, to be risky, I have to be risky. Let's pick these groups to make fun of. There are some comedians that naturally do that, right? Like
not anymore. That's the point.
But the point is they don't have to, and you're saying as if they're gonna hold a show, they have to make fun of groups.
No,
I agreed with him.
You know what I'm saying?
I get it. However, here's the thing: if you're gonna hold a show,
talk on the microphone at least.
If you're gonna hold a show, you don't have to make fun of anybody.
Exactly.
But if you step out on stage and say, "Hey, all you snowflakes, you go fuck yourselves," because I'm gonna say what I want, and then do the safest bit you can do.
But he did say snowflakes,
bullshit.
and snowflakes.
Go fuck yourself. That's pretty extreme, in my opinion.
That's extreme, but it's not risky.
But
We've been telling people to fuck themselves. Snowflakes.
But nobody who's gone on stage on a platform like that in front of him, besides Dave Chappelle, which I've given him credit for doing, and I haven't taken that away from him. Who also, I mean, who's
But you
doing
think
that?
snowflakes, when you use that term, who are you talking about?
Uptight white liberals.
Millennials.
Oh my God, you're making fun of uptight white liberals.
When you hear snowflakes, you hear
I was thinking
you
the whole
millennials, you snowflake millennials.
The 24-year-old that was on stage in the comedy was saying, "I'm a millennial. I'm that generation, but you guys can also go F yourself because I'm not as snowflake easy."
And that's what they were. He didn't say, "All right, all you blacks, if you get offended, get out. He said all you snowflakes, which is
includes blacks, includes everybody.
That's my point. It includes everybody.
Why would you
Why
do that?
Why does it have to be a certain
That's
group?
what I'm saying. Why would
Because
you waste
you get out front of everybody and tell them, I'm going to say what I want, and then do the safest bit you can do.
Okay, let's be smart about this. Hold on. So, at what context would that fit in now society where he could say that about a black guy?
Okay, now we're gonna go this route.
Go
okay,
ahead. I'm asking a question.
Right. Well,
go ahead.
You can't make black jokes.
I can.
Unless
I do
you
all the time.
are.
Unless you're black.
Okay, and that's why Dave Chappelle is able to
make fun of white folks.
And
but the point is, he makes fun of everybody. He makes fun of Jews.
Yeah.
Okay.
So does Matt Parker and Trey Stone from South Park.
Right. South Park is the exception. They get away with all this shit
because that's how they started.
But they can't go to a college campus, which is where stand-up comedians make their bread and butter. You can't do that on a college campus. They'll run you out on a rail.
Dave Chappelle can't either.
Oh yeah, he can.
He can't go to that same college campus Matt Parker and Trey Stone can't go to and do the same thing.
He can. He can get away with it because he finances.
But
his
you
shit.
see,
But hold on. You're taking me away from my point.
Go ahead.
The point is making fun of people who are upset about football teams being named Redskins. Making fun of those people. That's not the same thing as making fun of Indians.
But why? What context right now would be any sort of motivation or a benefit to make fun of those people right now?
Yeah,
because you have jokes.
There's no
to say.
benefits.
That's what I'm saying.
There's
It's
no
not.
benefit.
It's funny against millennials.
I get it. You
because
can. You're right.
There's
you
a
can
lot
do
to
that,
laugh about
but
millennials.
What benefit would it be right now for a white person to come out and make jokes about a black guy?
Because it's funny.
But what if?
You're right,
what if
but
it's what if it's not funny? Like he doesn't. What jokes?
What did you go there to do? What did you go there to do?
Make fun of people, and
What
that's
did you
why
go-
you make fun of a group of people instead of just one individual, because that's different than making fun of a group.
What
of
did
people.
you go there to do? You
Tell
went there
jokes?
to laugh,
Tell
right?
Jokes. Why does jokes have to be the way?
So
you're
if a
making
guy's
them?
got a funny-
which is Stu's point. Why does jokes have to be? I can laugh at jokes that don't have to be about black people. Are you racist?
You're right. No.
Okay,
Hold on,
then why
stop.
does that have to matter?
Because I'm not the one who got out on stage and said, "Watch how edgy I'm
But
about
you're
to be,"
the only-
and then make fun of the
Okay.
only safe group that you could make fun of for the last 20 fucking
The
years.
only reason why you can say that is because you're putting it and you're making up your own fucking category that for some reason doesn't include black peoples in the millennial generation and RGBQ and everybody else. That's what you're putting like your own label on it. And
No,
it's
I'm
not making sense to nobody else.
I didn't watch the Dane Cook,
I'm
but did
doing-
he make fun of anybody who's homosexual?
Yes.
Well, there you go.
There
That's
are-
a group that's you don't make fun of those people because
What
that's
was
a
the gay
huge
joke?
thing.
I don't know off the top of my
Okay,
head, but
there
you-
was none.
Keep
Now,
talking. I'll
here's-
say. No, talk so I can look this up.
There's two types. There's two types of comedy: safe comedy and edgy comedy.
And if he made fun of gay people, that is edgy.
That's edgy.
Even if it's millennials, hey, gay millennials, you like your avocado toast, that's edgy.
Right, because
that's
he's
pretty
making
edgy.
fun of them because they're gay, not because they're millennials.
Okay, but I mean,
Because
it's part.
old faggots love that avocado bullshit too. Okay,
Yeah, I guess you got a point there.
so you're not making fun of millennials at that point. You're making fun of gay people. Whoa.
Exactly. Well,
Get out.
Hey,
that's
you
when
can't do
that's
that.
When, that's when you got to appeal to your audience. It's same thing.
No, 'cause the audience isn't listening.
I'm pretty sure you're just assuming it took the safe route. I'm pretty sure he went in there appealing to his audience, which Stu's making. It's two different arguments. I can understand if you went into like an all-black comedy show, which there are some like that. There are
Right.
bars where only black people like to go to. There's some whites go there, obviously, but it's not segregated. It's just that's where they like to go to, and there will be white comedians there, and they don't do as hot as if they were in front of a white crowd. That's
But-
just the way it is.
No,
and
and
so
I
he
get that
was
part.
he was doing right, and you're talking about the chances they take. So maybe that white guy says a black joke in front of the black crowd, right?
Right.
How smart is that? Tell me, please, how smart that would be.
But here's
That's
the
like
point.
suicide, because you're the only.
And why is that?
Because you're the only white dude. Now, Dave Chappelle didn't do anything. He's been doing this since day one. So just like Matt Parker and Trey Stone, that's why they get the pass. They're acting like they came out and they started something new. But no, to your own logic, they've been doing that shit since day one. Remember the Dave Chappelle? Oh my God, the skit where he was a black guy that was in the KKK. Remember that?
I think I remember.
Do you
that.
remember that? Look
Right.
it up.
Right.
He was doing that since day one. What's so different about it now to him? Just like Matt Parker and Trey Stone get the pass, but you just said
They do get a pass.
because they've
They're
been
the
doing that
exception to the
since
rule.
day one. Dave Chappelle is also. So what is he really pioneering?
No,
because Matt Parker and Trey Stone have been doing this since day one, which we just agreed on. And now you're saying Dave Chappelle is so brave because he came out and did what he did on.
He came out and said, "Hey, fuck you guys! I'm going to make
But
the
Matt
jokes I
Parker
want to
and
make."
Trey Stone been doing that since day one.
Right, because they're the exception.
And they never disappeared.
Hold on. Because
I think
you
the wrong
found,
person's getting
because,
credit here.
Because you found one thing. You found the exception that proves the rule. You're saying it nullifies everything else.
Why wouldn't it? You just said that
Let me
because
ask you
Dan
this.
Cook decided
Let me
to make
ask this. Let me ask
fun
this.
of a group of people instead of just one. That nullifies the whole rule. Why can't this?
I don't know. Huh? No, it doesn't.
You said he doesn't qualify him as a comedian taking risks because he's not making fun of a black person.
Because he didn't take a risk.
He did because he made fun of a generation instead of just one person. But Matt Stone, see, we're leading this all back.
Again, we go back.
See what I'm getting at?
But hold on. We go back to two types of comedy. One is safe. One is edgy. It is safe. Look at me.
If you're making
look
fun
at
of
me
a group,
so we don't come back to this point again. Look at me. Don't look at the wall. Look at me.
There's nothing that makes sense. That's why we keep going around
You
here.
can make fun of millennials and not get into trouble.
Who
That's
says?
not
Because of you?
No, because people make fun of millennials
Who?
all the fucking time.
Who? Name another comedian that's doing it besides Dave Chappelle.
Google the word snowflake on YouTube and sit back and watch. It's all over the place.
Okay,
Nobody's
so-
scared of that.
And I
you
bet
know what
if
they're
you-
scared to do? You know what they're scared to do?
Listen to Stu.
If you look up racist jokes that go back to like the 1800s,
I bet
people
it's been
have
happening
doing
since
that.
day fucking one. Same
The
thing as
point
gay
is,
jokes and
it
millennial
depends
jokes and
on-
everything else.
It
You're acting
depends
like
on your audience. If you're a black guy to a black bar and you're making black jokes, it might be funny because it's a black guy. There's sensitivities that you got to be aware
you
with
got to
your
be
audience.
smart about it. And Dan Cook was smart because he applied to
That's
the whole
one
Yeah,
of-
because
generation.
he used safe shit after telling you how
It's
risky
not
he was going to
But
be.
that's one of the hallmarks
not
of
safe.
good
That's what
public
that's what we're-
speaking.
No, it's not.
It's not safe.
Know your audience.
Why would
is
I tell a
hallmark
black
to
joke in a-
public speaking.
Yes. Comedy is supposed to push the envelope. Comedy is supposed to make you feel a little uncomfortable. That's what comedy
yeah.
does.
That's
That's
the
its
point.
role in society. It's not about being this polished public
And Dan
speaker.
Cook did that.
No, he didn't.
You're
No,
talking
oh,
about-
look at the snowflakes melting.
You're
The
talking
sun's
about
out.
gay people.
I'm in Arizona. Those snowflakes are gonna be melting.
And when I
Ooh,
looked
that's
to my
so
left
edgy.
and my right, and I was sitting in the seat, I was one of those. Like they were like all around. Like, why would you not? Why is that not edgy? It's like just like we said, the white dude going to the black bar. He's not a millennial, and he's making fun of millennials. How is that any different?
Well, let me ask you this.
You answer my question. How is that any different from a non-millennial making fun of millennials versus a non-black guy making fun of black guys? How is that not as edgy?
Because it's not. You don't get fired.
Because it's
for it.
not. That's your logic. Because it's not.
You could get
because
fired.
listen,
Stupid.
because you don't get fired for it.
You
How
could
do you-
get fired
you
if you
could.
were working for a.
Oh, did Dan Cook get fired for that?
No, but
Did
it-
Dave
He's been
Chappelle get
doing it
fired
for
for it?
years.
He's been doing it for years.
But
You-
let's say that
you
he was
can't fire-
part of a mega liberal organization and he started making fun of liberals. He could get fired. Let's say he's part of a conservative
But he's
organization. He makes fun of liberals, not fired. So it just depends.
But he's not.
Your audience
No.
and who you're working for.
If you're ultra conservative and you go in front of a conservative group and make fun of conservatives, guess what? The liberals will go, "Hey, come work for us." You're not fired. You just changed employers.
But you're fired from
if you're
that
Michael
organization.
Richards and you say the N-word in context of comedy in a comedy club, you never work again. That's the difference.
I don't think that's true. That's what I don't believe. Because Dave Chappelle.
He hasn't worked.
So
He hasn't worked
There's
since.
people who haven't worked for all kinds of other dumb shit.
Well, this is because he said the N-word.
There's a person who held up a President Trump's head and got fired too, and she's on the other side. So
Right, and
so
didn't
what?
I tell you that's an example of what I'm talking about?
But we give all these examples, so it almost does that not nullify anything?
No, it doesn't nullify.
It just proves both sides.
Right, but it's not a left versus right thing.
But you're turning it out to be like
no,
he
it's
went there
not.
not to specifically make fun of black people because that wasn't his general audience. Why would I go to like a white audience, a millennial audience, and talk about black people so we can all be racist together? Like, what are you trying to say? Like, I know you're not trying to be racist, but
It all
what I'm
comes
trying to
back
say is why would I go make black jokes in front of a white audience?
Because one group is safe to make fun of.
Why wouldn't I try to make the most money and make
Millennials-
fun of the people who are in the audience so we can all
Millennials
laugh?
are safe to make fun of.
But isn't it like
white Christian
I
men
get-
are
I-
safe to make
I
fun
get
of?
what you're saying, but what sense does it make to go there in front of a white audience and make fun of black people?
Because you
It's like-
got out in
it's like,
front
hey,
of that
let's
audience.
gang up on these people who are the minority in my current audience, and so they can't defend themselves.
By the way, because you got up in front of an audience, and by the way, this is Arizona. That audience, guaranteed, is the
It's
most
white.
diverse audience you're going to run into.
Mexican.
Especially
There's going to be
Tempe.
whites, Mexicans, Asians, blacks.
So when you make fun
everybody's
of,
going to be in that fucking audience.
I have
It's gonna be
not
the most
disagreed
diverse
with your
audience.
That
points.
is true.
What I'm
because
saying is when-
ASU is the most diverse college
you
in
guys are right,
in the
but
country.
when you're talking to a millennial audience, what are you specifically talking to?
An audience you don't get fired
No,
for
no.
making
Answer
fun of.
my question without being sarcastic.
What do you
When you're
mean?
You're talking about young
a
entrepreneurs.
specific age group, which consists of what diversity?
Everybody.
Right, which makes it safe to make fun of. So when you get out there and talk about how edgy you're going to be, and then you make fun of one of the safest groups to
I
make
think
fun of.
the definition of your safe comedy is way different than my definition.
Wouldn't that be
Right.
the most?
What's your definition of safe comedy?
Safe comedy is going up there and not telling fart jokes, titty jokes, no swear words. Safe comedy, PG. I can take my kids to this safe comedy. I don't have to. I can play their stand up in my car and name me one CD that of Dane Cook's or even Dave Chappelle's that you're able to play in the car with kids.
You're confusing blue comedy with age appropriate comedy. That's different. Now
millennials are they not
here's,
at age?
here's my definition of safe and unsafe.
Go ahead.
Safe comedy, when you walk off the stage, you're going to your next gig. Unsafe comedy, risky comedy, edgy comedy, is where the social justice warriors tweet storm you and get you fired from your next gig.
You
All right,
mean
hold
like
on,
the
hold on.
Jackass crew who go on live
let me
video
just-
and like
let
cut
me
their
just make
ball
a
sacks
point.
off and shit like that?
Let me make a point
Nobody
right here.
cares about that.
Oh, why?
What,
I don't know why.
What,
They don't
what
care.
age group are social justice warriors?
Oh,
Sure, they tend to be millennials.
Oh.
So if you're to make fun of millennials,
You
wouldn't
are
that be the most
a
unsafe
social
group to make
justice
fun
warrior
of?
because you're going to get made fun of on the computer by
Because
social
then
justice warriors, which you just
they're
said.
gonna come
which
after
are
you, which
millennials.
is the definition that you gave.
Except
above.
Yes, so
for
why
they
would not go
don't.
after the whole extremist group, which is the millennials, which Stu just said,
So
and
then
which
in
you've
that-
been referencing this
in
whole
that
time?
case, the most
God.
safe would be
Right
make
back.
fun of.
God!
Bring it all around, baby.
The most safe group to make fun of then would be older people like baby boomers, because millennials that are social justice warriors, they're not going to come after you. They're going to go, aha, yeah, those old people. If you go after millennials, they're going to be like, okay, actually, no, that's not right.
That's true. You're taking a bigger risk by going after millennials than you are just the black people.
Because
No.
the millennials
They
are
are the
running
keyboard
the show
warriors.
on
You
the
just said
internet,
they're the
you know?
social justice warriors.
However-
the whole millennials.
However, for whatever reason, they don't tweet
What do you mean?
about that. Oh, he made fun of me.
You
I'm
can make a point.
boycotting
Right,
him.
you can make a point right now
and
because
all
we have
my-
a millennial here who doesn't use social media.
right. But they don't tweet when you make fun of snowflakes. They don't call for your head. They don't call for your job.
No, snowflakes is a general meaning. Let's all be clear here. Where anybody that has emotional or sensitive feelings get the f out. It's not, hey, snowflakes, just millennials. That's why I kept saying snowflakes and millennials get the f out because they're two different things. Snowflakes also can be millennials if that's what you're wondering. But snowflakes are a general people. Hey, if your feelings get hurt easy, get the f out of my show.
But keep in mind, it's
Yeah.
not just snowflakes that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's snowflakes, but it's not just
people who
millennials
get-
that I'm talking about.
And snowflakes.
When what's her name?
Yeah.
Cut off the head of Donald Trump.
I keep
and
wanting to
held it
say
up.
Liza Lampanelli. Is
No,
that right?
no.
It sounds
It's,
so stupid. Like a stupid name like that.
God damn
Well,
it.
we can look it up. We have time. Like we're trying to entertain anybody. We're finally just letting Stu get into this because I don't know his side of things.
Yeah,
like
and
this.
that I'm
Because
glad
he
you
kept
guys let
saying
me talk.
You don't have to offend anybody with I know. But if you walk on stage and say, hey, I'm about to offend every motherfucker in the room, and then you don't offend nobody, that's a little bit different.
maybe your argument is valid in that case, but that's not what happened. If that's what you're
I was
implying.
going to go on further, but I kept getting cut off, as you heard.
You did.
So I
did.
stood back.
Maybe
and-
that's
Kathy
one-
Griffin.
Yeah, Kathy Griffin. Maybe that's one thing we need to take care of and figure out. Let some Stu get some Stu time, even though we're heated and intense.
But keep in mind, the
Yeah.
guys who shut down Kathy Griffin were not millennials. They were snowflakes,
yeah, they got
but
their
they were not
feelings
millennials.
hurt. Yeah.
And the reason they did it is because they saw an
They're trying to
opportunity.
save face.
They saw an opportunity to treat them the way they are always treated. Okay, and that's all that was about. Was
But what I'm saying is,
you set up the rules, now you play by them,
But what I'm
bitch.
saying is there is a line, obviously. There's a clear line there. There's been a line there. I mean, Kathy Griffin, whether you want to say type of comedy is not relevant here.
Right, you're right.
There's a line that was drawn. And no matter how you're safe comedy, bad comedy, if you make joke about a certain people, we saw, however it was, whether it was a hoax or whether it was just put up to be a show to be like, hey, look, we're all so good. It happened. She lost her job from holding a severed head of a president.
Sitting president, too.
There's a line, clearly. And I get what Papa Jay's saying, where Dave Chappelle is coming close to that line. But he needs you got to understand, he's always been doing that.
Right.
So there's nothing for
But
him
the-
to lose.
the
Like
only-
he
but-
can't go back and be like, "Yo, once I was safe, but then now I'm like extreme." I feel like there's a different
You're missing
effect because he's always been that way. Because he almost gets that card. So, okay,
No.
here, can I ask you a question
I'm going to
before
tell you why real quick.
Yeah,
I
tell me why.
mentioned
Now
it
I gotta
before,
ask you.
But you
tell me.
keep asking the same goddamn questions. I keep answering.
Well, just answer it
Because he owns his job. He's paying for everything, so they can't fire him.
They can completely not put him on Netflix. They
He's
can,
got an ironclad contract. They cannot without being sued.
Okay, you're right. He's got an ironclad contract, but what's that take? 2 to tango. It's not just him buying his way anywhere. It took 2 to enter a contract.
And
He's
I'm
not buying
sure
anything.
Netflix-
He did exactly what any other goddamn comedian's already done and had a comedy special
I'm
on
sure
Netflix.
Netflix got to
which you
see
can go
his
look up millions of them.
content
Sorry,
before
I'm getting
they,
heated.
before they agreed.
They signed
Here's
it
my
6
question.
months before,
Here's my
before he
question.
did it.
If Matt Parker and Trey Stone switched roles, take Dave Chappelle out,
Right.
put Matt Parker and Trey Stone in Dave Chappelle's spot, what would be said right now? Nothing.
Comedy Central would shit. You put them on a college campus and have the social justice warriors threaten the advertisers, they'd shit. They'd
But-
fold in a heartbeat. That's why they don't do that.
But
That's why these guys don't go to college campuses.
Okay, you mentioned the college campus, but who the cares about college campuses? So
Stand-up comedians who we're talking about thrive.
But they don't just thrive there. There's so many out. You got YouTube, you got your Comedy Central, you got your networks, which Dave
Bars.
Chappelle's on. I mentioned you keep saying he pays for his own comedy, but yeah, he's on Netflix for whatever weird reason, even
In
though
fact,
he can afford his own
over
comedy.
by where I live
So-
in Tempe, there's a stand-up comedy thing where they have lines out the door for people to come in and watch local.
There's so many
you know,
different
stand-up
platforms. You mentioned
comedians.
one of the platforms that they
Tempe's a
should.
college town.
You mentioned
Yeah.
one platform in one state that they shouldn't go to. There's plenty of other states where they can go to college towns where they can do this and spread the word, and that word can continue to spread. Why would you go to a campus? I guess the goal to go to a campus when it's not in your favor is to turn them into your favor, right? That's why you would go to a college campus that doesn't like you, right?
But the thing is, you used to use comedy
Yeah.
to push the envelope. Now, if you push the envelope, you're being punished.
It's not, because we just gave instances of Dave Chappelle. And are they all just exceptions of the rules because they've been doing it for so long?
No, because again, now you're making me re-answer the question.
but here-
what answer am
I
I going
just-
to give you
I just
for
asked-
the next million times?
I just-
he
are they-
owns his fucking job.
But he doesn't, because he's on fucking Netflix. How do you own your job if you're on fucking
Because
Netflix?
he's got an ironclad contract. They cannot let him out.
It doesn't matter if he has an ironclad contract. He's just working on Netflix. Why don't you come up with the Dave Chappelle fucking network and stream his own shit on YouTube and come up with his own shit?
Who
but
knows?
yeah,
That
he's
may
got to
be
use
coming.
Netflix.
That
But
may
it's
be
not
coming.
here, so we're speculating now. So that's irrelevant to the facts of what we're talking about now.
No, it's not. He owns his job. He produced the entire thing. He wrote the
I
entire
agree
thing.
that he
underwrote.
Nobody's saying he didn't do any of that.
He
What you're
owns it.
saying, cool, he owns it. But Dave Chappelle on the show, he still has another gig coming up tomorrow. Fucking Matt Parker and Trey Stone, who did South Park, still have They have a new season on right now. Comedy
Right,
Central. They're all
right.
doing the same thing.
Oh no! Dave Chappelle's going to comedy clubs and campuses because he owns his gig.
Okay, so any other comedian
He
that goes to
has-
college clubs and campuses don't own their.
No, they're relying
gig?
on sponsors who can be boycotted.
I disagree with that. I bet you can Google a whole bunch of them right now that own their own gigs, just like Dave Chappelle supposedly owns his own
Adam
gig, even though he
Carolla,
needs Netflix.
Adam Carolla, Dave Chappelle, Jimmy Kimmel, Joe Coy.
Jimmy Kimmel, I will give you, is probably the only example but yet he still
Those
has
are
to
the
go
ones-
into movie theaters. Like, you still need a platform to put this out, so you're not ironclad. Everybody can tell you no. YouTube can close you down your channel.
Right.
Harkins Theater can tell you no.
Right.
Hey, we don't want to show this. iTunes, whatever you decide to, they all can tell you no. Then what are you going to do? That's the question you need to think about. What are you going to do when these people decide to tell you no? Whether it's ironclad, it's only ironclad for so long. He's got what? How many years on his contract?
Right. When it's up, it's up.
Okay, so what is he going to do after that? Is that just done? He made a stint and he's over?
Because what they're going to do is they're going to look at the books
Yeah.
and realize, oh shit, we made money off of this, and money's going to talk.
You're right. Money makes it talk, but right now they don't. They're using other networks to make their money.
And also
talk.
think about this: what advertiser does Netflix have?
They are the people come to Netflix to advertise.
Yes, my point.
Why would Dave Chappelle, if he owned his own business, need to go to Netflix to advertise? If he owned his own content, if he owned anything he didn't need help from anybody. Why would he go to anybody? Why don't he just open his own shit, his own website?
You
that
know how
said Dave
expensive
Chappelle?
distribution is?
We do it all the time, digitally all the time, for free. Actually, not for free, for $20
I think he
a
means
month.
like real distribution,
like DVDs, physical content.
No, like to a mass audience.
If you're giving out 300 million terabytes of information.
So you
guess what? Your
need
internet costs a little bit more.
You need somebody. Is what
That's
you're
why Dave Chappelle, even though he
saying.
owns all his content, still contracts it out to Netflix. But they can't fire him. They can't fire him.
Well, yeah, because it's an ironclad contract.
Right, they
but after
cannot
that
fire him.
contract, they can be like, "You're
Right.
done." And isn't it 7 years?
I have no idea how long the contract was.
I sound stupid at a big gap, but I thought it was between 7 and 12 years, which is a hefty contract. He may not give a F after those 12 years, but the fact is that it's not ironclad because after that, how much you want to bet you don't hear a goddamn thing from Dane Cook anywhere after his contract is up? Because he's obligated to make movies because he's in a contract now. So clearly he's going to put out new content.
Right.
So, here, I'll make it even spicier.
All right.
Let's say that throughout his contract, however long it is, because 7, 12 years, whatever I said, we can look it up. One of us could be right now, but none of us are doing it. So, whatever. It's not like we're doing it for anything. But how many years in will he put something out that we all consider risky? Because we've all said it already. There's nothing risky about doing something for 12 years that's already been being done.
Right.
And we can agree Dave Chappelle's still doing what he's been doing. Maybe Dave Chappelle, maybe Dane Cook has gone a little soft, but you can't compete right now. Do you think Dave Chappelle will come back? Hey, listen, has he come back and done his... Did you get the figures?
I was looking at a text.
Okay, my bad. But do you think Dave Chappelle will come back and do something as extreme as the whole black guy in the KKK?
He should.
But
I'll
do
tell
think
you what.
he
You guys
will?
ever hear of Key and Peele?
Yeah. Those guys aren't
There
as
was a
racist.
song about, or there was a video where Key was playing songs from the old South, and they were extremely racist songs, and that was funny. But that's because those people are likable. See, that was risky, but you got to be the right person.
2 years
to
left.
pull
That's
that
it.
off.
He's got 2 years. He's only got 2 years.
Now think about this.
Okay. So it's a spicy 2 years. I guarantee we don't hear a goddamn thing from him after this 2 years ever again.
We will, because most of us aren't on Twitter, and most of us enjoy Dave Chappelle. People freak out on Twitter. Okay, they give it way too much weight. They're afraid of it, and they shouldn't be.
He's gonna collect his money and hide. That's all this is. This is a money grab, and he's gonna roll. $10 says $10. Shake on it right now. This extra content, whatever you're hearing.
Yep.
$10. You guys view it on whatever you're watching YouTube right now. $10 says Dave Chappelle after his 2-year contract says nothing else. Not even
or
a
Dane
hint.
Cook?
Dave Chappelle. Did I say
Dave Chappelle?
Dane
No,
Chappelle?
Chappelle.
But am I saying Dane Chappelle instead
No,
of
you're
Dane
saying
Cook?
Dave.
No, because
Okay.
I thought we were talking about Dane Cook's contract.
No.
Oh, who cares about that
He
guy?
thinks Dane Cook is soft, and I thought he was
He's soft.
pretty risky.
He didn't scare
that was the
anybody.
main argument of our last little roundabout. Was I thought he was all right and did what he should have done and made fun of a whole generation.
Did he make fun of beta men?
See, I mean,
Did he make fun of? That's a risky group.
He's
Make
an
fun
alpha
of beta
and
men.
beta man. He was a beta man and then grew up into an alpha man. We're all on that same road.
Right. Did he make fun of beta
Except
men?
for me.
Hell
About
no.
us jacking off 5 or 6 times because we can't nail women. I'm pretty sure I was making fun of beta men.
Nah.
Living in your mama's basement because you have a PC. I'm pretty sure it's beta man, right?
That's funny.
You always make fun of that.
See,
Right. Right.
We always do that. There's nothing wrong with it. That's why we do it right now.
You say because somebody's always done it, that's
Sorry.
why they're allowed to do it. You need to
Yeah.
understand The Simpsons
Yeah.
just pulled their Michael Jackson episode.
Why?
Because it's not PC. So all
What
the
is it,
future
Xbox?
Hold on. Right?
He's making it funny.
That was pretty good.
All future DVD and Blu-ray releases will not have that episode on. They pulled it off for streaming. The guy who did Apu, the 7-Eleven clerk, refuses to do that voice anymore.
Maybe you should be going after them because they sound like the pussies that are pulling out everything.
But it's the
they
same
sound like
thing.
the pussies that are pulling out everything. Everybody else is getting chastised. Like you said, Dave Chappelle, is he getting chastised?
Well, the thing is, The Simpsons didn't stand up there and go, "Hey, watch how edgy we're
'Cause
about
the
to be."
Simpsons are liberal. That's the other
Right.
thing. That's the political background behind this context that we kind of need to add to this
I
stupid
think
scenario.
the
Because
issue-
politics are fucking ruining everything, which Papa just said all the time.
I think the main issue is that a lot of networks that are run by younger people, and younger people tend to be more on the liberal side. So all these networks, Netflix, Hulu, Disney, all these other networks that, they have young employees now doing a lot of the programming, a lot of the tech jobs. Their view is liberal. You got more liberal networks than not, and that's why when you make something edgy, it looks as if everyone's shutting you down. I'm sure if all of these networks are conservative, it would be the other way
So
around.
you're saying fake news on all sides?
I'm not
So it
saying
doesn't matter
fake
whose
news, I'm
hands.
just
It
saying-
doesn't matter whose hands it would be to exaggerate.
Again,
news.
it goes back to the
Exaggerated.
audience. If you're on someone's network and they believe in a certain way and they have a corporate culture that is more liberal, and you make something against that viewpoint, it is to their right, and they probably will say no. And that's just how it is.
But I didn't ascribe a political side to it because it doesn't have. Kathy Griffin is as liberal as it could get, and the same thing happened to her.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mentioned that like 5 times.
Right.
But I'm
right.
pretty sure
so
that
that's
was-
why I didn't ascribe a political side to it. I probably happens more often to conservatives than liberals, but it doesn't matter. You've got people, vast minority of people, squawking on Twitter and everybody freaking and oh my God, we can't do this.
So what are the majority of black people then? Because you said if you're only edgy if you make fun of black people.
I didn't say that. If you make fun of individual groups of people,
Yeah.
okay, you make fun of the Asians, the Jews.
You're more edgy than if you make fun of a broad group which consists of more than one group.
Right.
So I don't think that's true though, because you're making fun of more than one. How's that?
So you're
edgy
saying
then?
That's
somehow
more
being
chances of being offensive.
Yeah.
somehow
I
being
could offend more people by saying one gay joke if I talk to a broader audience than if I just talk to a black audience, because they're probably gonna be like, "Yeah, you fuck yeah, yeah, I love them gays."
yeah, but now
Yeah.
put it out there on the web. Watch what happens. You're not working anymore.
Anybody could put that on the web and not.
And you're not working anymore.
Because I don't have an audience like Dane Cook. Or
Right, but
these guys are still working. So you're acting like Dane Cook and Dave Chappelle are on the
When
same
was
level.
the last time Dane Cook made fun of a
When's
gay
the last
guy?
time Dave Chappelle made fun of anybody? He just now came out with his
On a Netflix special.
Yeah,
he tore
just-
everybody
the
up.
same time Dane Cook came out, not even months after, Dane Cook he's on tour right now. What are you talking about?
Now,
They're both
I-
doing the same thing.
I need you to understand, and this is gonna be hard for
They're
me to say
both
without
doing
you
this.
without laughing. But you're claiming that inclusiveness is more edgy than singling people out. and
You
making
just
fun
did
of them.
that. I just said Dane Cook's doing the same thing. Now you're saying I brought up that point.
Hold on,
You're the
hold
one
on.
that said Dane Cook has been done this. What?
You can also make fun of your boss's clothes and get fired for that.
That has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
It does,
What we're
be-
talking about is he said, oh, you're taking a bigger risk because you're making fun of a larger group of people.
I agree with that.
So then we go back to what I had just said that you acted like.
Go ahead, say it again.
You're saying having inclusive comedy is riskier.
I just said a broad. That's not inclusive.
That's
dumbass.
inclusive. You're
A
including
broad-
black people and Asians and
a
everybody into
broad
one joke.
audience.
Right, because you're being inclusive. You got a broader audience.
So-
it's inclusive. So you're making fun of everybody all at once.
Okay.
Somehow that's riskier than singling out a group and
Let's
making
break
fun
this
of them.
down into math. All right,
Yes.
you got one pie, one hole. Right. You got
right,
another
right.
pie, 4 holes.
Right.
What do you think's gonna have the more probabilities?
Of what?
The fucking pie. You have one whole
He's
pie,
saying-
and then you have another pie that's cut up
he's
into
saying
multiple
that
different
you
slices.
have a
What's going to have a
pie-
more probability chance of offending somebody?
What
the
he's-
one pie that has one big fucking audience, or the multiple individual ones?
I think what he's saying is that you have a slice of pie that represents black people, or you have a whole pie that's cut into 8 that has black, Jew, white, everybody.
Right.
That's more chances of making a joke. What if you have an audience?
I say
with-
one joke, and there's like 10 other different groups of people rather than just one.
Because you are unable to grasp the concept that there's a
He says
difference.
these words like we're idiots or something.
I know.
That's not the truth,
You
though.
are.
You just have extreme
You
point
are.
of view.
No, it is riskier to make fun of a person because he's Asian than to make fun of a whole group of people that includes some Asians.
Okay, so this is where the disconnect is. I'm talking about one dude talking to a generation of Asians,
avocado toast
blacks.
looking.
There you go.
But-
all of them. Why,
Right, but when it comes to the social justice
So if
warriors,
I was in an Asian crowd and I made an Asian joke, like there's a bigger probability they're gonna be like, get the fuck off my stage. You're white. You can't make an Asian joke. Just like you can't say the N-word because you're white.
Because it's
So-
an audience.
Because you're
issue.
white and it's an audience issue. Is what we've been talking about this whole time.
But when it comes to social justice warriors,
they're millennials.
they don't
you
care
said.
if you make fun of an entire inclusive group of people. They're fine with that. Where they get their heckles in a haunches. Oh, he made fun of gay people. That's where they get upset. So upset them, piss them off. Don't get out there, tell me how edgy you are, and then refuse to piss them off.
But Dane Cook's done the same type of comedy forever. I think that's the other disconnect.
He softened it up.
I don't think.
Why
he
does
has.
he have to make people mad? Can it
Because
just be
he
funny?
came out on stage and
Dude,
said, "Watch how edgy I'm
dude, talking
about
about
to be."
fucking your mom is funny, whether you're black, white, or anything.
Right, that's funny.
What do I have to say? I was fucking your black mom.
But
Was that make it funny? You laughed, you fucking racist. I heard sneeze slapper.
At the absurdity of it.
Yeah, right? Why would you say that? Like, you just made a point to where it would make fun. It would be more riskier to say, "Hey, I effed your black mom" versus "I effed your
I'm
mom."
not saying you take your.
But you're not. That's not funny.
Your existing material and try to make it racist. That's not what I'm saying.
No. You're taking
How are
a.
you saying
You're
that?
taking a. You're putting the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable here in this situation. I'm not
Right.
talking about actual wordplay. I'm talking about the whole. You're making a joke. You're making a joke. The whole premise of this is a joke.
Laugh. That's the
joke.
point. Is to
And if
laugh
you're
at it.
offended, get the fuck out. I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're white. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're straight. I don't care if you're Mexican. I don't care if you're here illegally. Get
Right.
the fuck
Now,
out.
Understand as I'm telling you
I'm
to get the.
I'm about to get
understand-
jumped by all these groups where if I'm just, hey, if you're black, get out.
Understand.
How much funnier is that?
Understand as I'm telling you to get the fuck out. I'm not gonna make fun of you because you're gay, or you because
I'm
you're
gonna
black,
call you out
or you because
individually.
you're illegal. I'm not gonna make fun of those aspects of your life. However, if you're offended, get out. What?
But who said he's not going to
What?
make fun of those aspects? Did you see
Yeah,
his
he never
comedy?
said that.
Those are the people who-
Because of my ignorance, I can't tell you. Spit out his whole goddamn comedy routine.
Right.
Well, you can't remember last week's podcast, which for some reason I can. It's just some weird disconnect we have. You can remember that dumb shit,
Oh, you
but I
threw
can't.
that one in there.
Right.
Like that.
But for some stupid disconnect, I can't remember that. It doesn't mean he didn't say those jokes. He's probably just as edgy as Dave Chappelle.
And I think
I'm
him
telling
saying
you.
if you're sensitive, get out would be the same thing as if you're going to a horror
If you're
movie.
black,
remember
get
when
out.
Cloverfield released and they're like,
It's-
hey, if you have a sensitivity to movement, you should probably leave because this movie with the camera all over, it's
That's
kind of
true.
the same thing. It's like
If you have seizures,
have
don't watch this movie that has flashing
leave.
lights.
You know what I mean?
Right. If you're gonna get triggered by
Then
me
leave.
making fun, hold on.
He's
If
about to pull the whole. It describes one individual person because the flashing lights only involve people that have
If
seizures.
you're gonna get triggered by me making fun of gay people, get out. But rest assured, I'm not gonna be making fun of gay people.
But nobody
That's
said
what he
that.
did.
But nobody said that. Go watch the tour. Go watch. They all said, "Hey, if you like dick, get out."
I'll watch it when it comes to Netflix.
I wonder. Oh wait, is it probably on YouTube?
I gotta
I'm sure
get. I
someone
got
recorded
chicken
it.
sandwiches. People are waiting on.
Whatever.
I gotta roll.
Dude. Today's our day. You're just like my wife. You just make it all about yourself in my day. Ugh. Hey, for those of you who are listening, you got like an extra half hour of content there talking about the same thing. Round. People telling us we're stupid. We're telling people we're stupid.
You know, my favorite Dane Cook stand-up was the one where he did the breaking and entering thing in the car crash, where it was like
yeah.
breaking and entering, where he's like, I just broke open the door and then left, and
You
then
see
I
what I'm
kept
saying?
coming
Like,
back. And
when I think about Dave Chappelle and Dane Cook,
I gotta do this. I gotta get, man. I got sandwiches just waiting on me. God damn it.
I don't care. You tell them to go to their Popeyes.
Oh crap!
Whoa! You gotta grab the snack bags. What? Get out. Sit down. Oh, what's up, Mickey?
Gotta roll. I should be home by now.
Jared's
I was like, it's 9 o'clock. What the fuck are you
Jared's
guys
getting
still
old.
doing in
He's
here?
getting old and cranky. How you doing?
We were all arguing for
Look,
hours.
It's all right.
Dad, can I try those now?
Not yet.
Oh,
So little. I was afraid I
I'm
was
sorry, I
gonna break
didn't see that.
Hey, thanks for bringing all that stuff back, Mickey. Hey, don't leave yet.
you. You rock.
All right, sorry guys. So what you talking
Here's the
about?
photo.
Oh my God! Why do you gotta go?
I know, dude.
Why
Because
you-
I got chicken sandwiches
Dude,
in
you
the
take
fridge.
days off for wrestling, but you won't take days off for us.
Right?
Not one involves those chicken sandwiches.
You
Motherfuckers
can,
are
you can
hungry.
eat them all here by yourself. You gotta share 'em. What are you gonna talk about? Hold on. Go over it real quick. Take a deep breath. Roll
We're
over
gonna
it.
talk about the
We're gonna-
Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Yep.
We
Zach
hate
got
each
pissed
other.
on.
Zach got pissed on.
Chicken
Zach got
sandwich.
pissed off, on and off.
Zach got pissed on, and then Jared got Zach pissed off. We'll do that.
Yeah, and then IZW.
But you have
All
to
right.
leave.
All right.
You have to get out of here, Paige.
Welcome to the 73rd New
The new
Big Lip Radio. This week we had chicken sandwiches from Popeyes.
They're all right.
Zach got pissed on,
Yeah.
and then Papa J pissed him off.
Piss me off.
And then we talked about IZW wrestling and Cowboy Jack Durango whooping my ass.
Yeah, he got you good, man. Your penis vein is popping out everything. I don't know if you can see here. It'll show. Anyways, go to BigLipRadio.com to check out all the other free content we have just for you. Good.
Quiet.
Good job ruining the end of the show.
No, it was good. I talked loud enough. I tried to get close and talk loud on purpose. So.
Can I try them now?
Yeah.
That was hot, bro.
Don't leave. I know. Just stay the night, being, hey guys, I think I'm actually gonna stay the night.
Jesus Christ.
You know,
yes, you don't know why.
everybody thinks it's a pizza. Like, if that makes sense. Because that's the only reason you have
That's
one
not
sock.
why. I'm just concerned why you keep
In a-
losing your one sock.
In a guy's world, that's what we think. So,
We use it to get all of the soap out of the shower.
Dad, these things look the same.
We use it to wipe down the.
I know, I already tried it. I already tried it.
Did you know that some people died from vaping?
I use it to erase the whiteboard now. I'm like, Josh is like, we don't have any race. I'm like, yeah, we do. And I throw it in. Oh. Whoa! Crazy.
They're constantly zooming in on that.
I'm like, dude, I'm letting you finish, but I'm just trying to put context in what you're
I
saying.
watched Love Island.
I was like, I'm gonna ask you questions. I'm trying to like make a point to ask you questions. So you can cut off what I'm saying. You can talk the last 10 minutes. I quit asking the
Yeah,
same
I learned
question
a
and I
lot
never
more
went.
because I
Because
didn't
he
know what
owes his fucking job. No, you just keep giving the same answer to a different question, asshole.
There's one that was like,
That's funny.
what was the word? It's like,
that was good. But the only reason why I interrupted you is
It's like-
I'm like, dude, I get that.
like when someone
we both
kind of
that's
ghosts
like,
you or like
yeah,
breaks
it's
off with you.
like,
It was
But
like
I
some
interrupted
weird
you,
one
like,
girl. Something.
ask your question. Like, the audience kind of like help guys away.
Yeah.
We gotta get better. This is the first time I
Or
heard
something.
It's not a car.
I was going a little bit. I'm like, motherfucker, are you
It's a
ignorant?
price tag.
It's fun.
For $9.
That's what I do. I do. Where's your phone good?
Oh, yeah.
Which one?
Mercedes.
You only has one, Mercedes.
That's right.
That's a car. And a black girl's name.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's Sid.
I'm curious to hear how it sounds though. Because I think Josh is
Straight up, I went to middle school with a girl named
Dude, it
Sid.
stands for that. But I think it's just because you kept saying it. Because you looked up content for every question.
I felt bad for this
You're
girl.
just gonna
She
sell
was
that
black.
whole
Her
fucking
brother's
thing.
name was Sam Biggs.
Is
Her name was Mercedes. Not fucking joking.
okay, what we're saying doesn't matter at all. We're making that extreme. What sells it is the anger of awkwardness. Yeah.
That's why it works.
Well, also we kind of
It was the first time
skipped
we
a
won.
lot of our Hallmark segments, and then we kind of had that weird, what are we gonna do right before the commercial? I just feel like, I don't know, it's kind of like,
The only thing I was like, what the fuck is a weird, what are we gonna do with this commercial?
I don't know, it's felt like,
Yeah, because you were about to go into the comic book reach around.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, do it. 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Stop. 2 minutes.
we can always
This
regroup.
one show we were kind of like all like, we were on the same like page, just different levels. Yeah.
I think it's good.
I thought, I'm curious. It's the first song long
Yeah,
time
and
we've been
we
like,
did not touch.
he's like, I don't know if it sounds good. You're like, it's great. I'm like, oh, we were all like this. It's the first show.
You'll
How
never know until you listen to it.
Yeah, that's true.
well, I guess I'll never.
Oh, is that I was at Popeyes, right? And this little 3-year-old boy come up to me. And he gave me a flower. Yeah, a little like
What's up? Time for you to get home. Alrighty. I'm not even doing anything. I'm just crisscross applesaucing your legs. Alright. You want to do a regular freaking foot?
watching either?
Yeah, we did. And Tall Grass.
Oh, yes. That's a good movie.
I think that every time after every episode, I was like, we didn't see what we need to watch. And we said, oh, listen, I'm like, I'm scared. I get scared every week.
Yeah, we skipped a lot of segments.
Well, that was the first time in a long time when Jordan and I felt that way about a topic. Did you hear us yelling in there? Did you hear us yelling in there?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I know, I was scared. You guys
No, let me finish my thought. I heard him say that and I was like,
you're a bitch right now.
Stand it, Josh. Did you see how perfectly they all landed?
Yeah, I know. That looks really
Look at
nice.
that.
What can I say? I'm really
Well, like,
talented. Do it again?
How did he, for whatever reason, he kept saying Dave Chappelle. Watch his head, watch your head.
Oh, be careful.
You got close that last time. Maybe it's the same thing you saw when I did it. I don't know. But he kept freaking out because he thought Dave Chappelle was taking more of a risk than Dane Cook did. And that's what made Dave Chappelle excel in his career versus Dane Cook, where he's not. Like, Dane Cook is on tour, and he's been saying the same shit.
Jared says
for the last 10
the
years.
only comedy that matters is one that makes fun of a specific group and makes them feel bad, like Blind Surveys.
He's like,
That's
the,
not funny.
he's like, that's
not
the,
like long term.
he's like, that's the edgy comedy.
No, I like the comedy that makes fun of everybody.
That's what I was like, dude. I was like, millennials are a group
Everybody
of people.
we want everyone to be made fun of.
Yeah. And why you gotta make fun of anyone anyway? It's not like a qualification.
Dave Cook make fun of him. He tells stories where driving through fucking drive-through and puts his entire house all over his pussy. Do you
My
remember?
favorite part about Dave Cook is when he tells the story about something that happened in his life.
Yeah.
I fucking die. Like, 'cause it's so relatable.
Edgy, right? Yeah, raunchy.
I just didn't like the way he looked. He looked too. His looks were a distraction.
And do you remember, like some of Dave Chappelle's coolest skits were those where he didn't even make fun of anybody? Like, remember on his videos? Yeah. Or like your couch, you know, whatever. And then the one where he's taking a dump and it's like slow motion, it like blows off your foot.
Yeah. He's so funny for all the shit that's not.
And you don't even gotta make fun of him.
He's just Jordan's. Yeah, that's like I'm saying, extreme view.
And then he said,
Hey, how was that?
Right.
What the fuck does that mean? You just make up these rules? That's what I kept trying to say. You just make these rules. You know? He's like, no, he can afford his own shit. What does that even mean?
Sorry. Yeah, exactly.
No, that's not a good thing. You really hurt his feelings. I saw it. The sad fish face was from SpongeBob for sure.
Oh, I thought you said get out of
Hey, you
Say,
should
get
come
out of
over.
here, Josh. My safest station is like just kidding.
here.
You should come over on Saturdays. We could play all the old SpongeBob games, watch all the SpongeBob children's movies. How fun would that be? Instead of a retro game, that'd be that SpongeBob game day.
SpongeBob game.
SpongeBob game day. No, SpongeBob day.
Yes.
You got the SpongeBob party.
Yeah. Volume 5.
We could have our old team.
Stop.
I had two tall boy killers versus it's been the first time I've tried one. Beer bottles. Does that music catch your attention? So high.
No, I did not think it was a black man singing the song. I watched the music video, I was like,
What? Dude,
this sounds like a teen.
sounds like a little preteen Jonas Brothers.